Tokyo Beat! So I am in the grocery store yesterday. I need limes for the bar, as you know, because limes are an important component in a lot of cocktails.
Yeah.
Right? You're familiar with our favorite citrus fruit?
I don't really have a lot of lime-heavy cocktails, though.
No?
No.
You never had like a gin and tonic or anything like that? I mean, that's a popular one.
I don't think I have, actually, no.
They're also very popular in, no, you're supposed to put lemons in a highball. Like, for some reason, Japan loves the highball, and I will never be able to figure out why.
Well, there's nothing wrong with it.
It's not that I drink anymore, but when I did drink, it just tasted like watered down whiskey. It's like, what's the point?
I don't know. Are you having the right kind?
I don't know.
Anyway, limes. Lime me up.
So I take a couple of limes up to the register, and
just a couple.
What's up?
I'm sorry, but I mean, just a couple?
I don't go through more than one in a week. That's why I don't need a lot.
Are they really big, though? Or are they like...
No, these are...
Are they square watermelons? Are they specially engineered from Japan? They got giant limes in Japan?
No, these are these are regular-sized limes.
All right.
Okay.
Continue.
So I take a couple up. So all the registers are busy, which means I have to go to the self-checkout. And I go down to the self-checkout.
Yeah.
And I... am waiting in line. Even the self-checkout, like sometimes the self-checkout line also snakes all the way to the back of the store.
Jeez, okay,
so
wow.
It's wild. So it gets crazy.
I've never experienced that, but okay.
I'm no stranger to long lines. It's Japan. Japan loves long lines. That's fine. But this is the first time I've seen the line go all the way back to the meat section.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. What is that?
What? What's what?
You hear that? What's that?
Audio.
What?
Yeah, that.
What?
Are you
Fraioli audio.
Oh no. Did you not, we should do this off air, but did you not re-up my subscription for the year?
Oh, I guess not.
That's
Fraioli audio.
That's my audio watermark.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Its billing date is first of the month.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Well, yeah. Well, this is a pickle because I'm running low on cash myself.
I understand, but this shit ain't free is what I'm saying.
I know, but all the Patreon money. It's not like it's growing necessarily.
Well, I mean, you're editing that. Okay, you're editing this. Can you just remove all of these manually?
Well, not when it's overlapping what you're talking about, or when you're talking in general. It's just gonna underlay your speech. You're just gonna have to
use it.
You're gonna have to know when it comes up.
You can't just Venmo me the $300?
Fraioli audio.
Well, I'm not sure you're worth it.
Hey!
Fraioli audio.
This watermark says otherwise.
No, it does. It just says Fraioli audio.
Yeah, I didn't make it. That's the default.
Fraioli audio.
So unless you want to hear this the entire episode, I'm going to need you to pony up.
I'll risk it. We'll see how it goes.
Fraioli audio.
All right, fine.
It's Number Whoppers. Welcome to the show, everybody. Glad you could be here. My name is Ray Barnold, professional Joneser. And with me, as always, community manager at Ocean Gate, Alex Fraioli.
Oh, crap. Okay. Clothes for repairs. That's not right.
Boy, you've had quite a month, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, I've been...
Your forums are lit up lately.
Yes, we are lit. Fuck. It's tough. It's really tough being community manager.
We are missed in the ocean.
Did I tell you my wife's response to that entire ordeal?
No, you don't tell me much about your wife, really, unless it's on this show.
She just said, "It's nice to stay indoors, isn't it?" And I said, "Yes, it is. Absolutely."
Yeah, where there's normal pressure.
Yes. So I love normal pressure.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Good old normal Earth gravity.
Yeah.
Here on the surface. Just got to worry about the earthquakes.
Yeah, that's true. Not a fan of that.
But hey, Alex, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm all right. School's out for summer. School was in for summer, but now I'm out for summer, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, when is school going to be out forever?
Just in time for Christmas, I believe. Yes.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah, that's it.
Cool.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Yeah, we're here It is July 5th when we're recording. Of course, last night was Independence Day here in the United States of America.
Yes,
and,
that's right.
I just heard some popping outside already. So you know what? People still have some leftover fireworks.
Cool.
Because that's how it goes. Here, you just do it for a fucking week straight, as long as you need to. Sometimes randomly during the year, if you just happen to have a stockpile of fireworks, like some people around this city.
The day after is Independence Boxing Day, is it not?
Yes, that's when we box up all our feelings about the government.
That's when we box up all our fireworks and ignite them.
That's right.
Fun.
Yeah. Summer session at school is pretty easy going, so I don't have any horror stories or anything. It's just, smooth going for the most part, except for the fact that I had to take a few classes of a finance class that lasted from 6 to 10 p.m.
Oh, that's over 4 hours of pure learning.
Yeah, but it was only for a month, and a couple of them were cut short, not like because they had to be, but because, we had nothing else to learn or anything. So that was also doable. And, it's online, so I just get to sit on the computer all night, which I'm doing already right here.
Cool.
I could have even done a podcast.
Oh.
My favorite website?
Yeah.
Nuke.com.
What's that?
Old video game website.
All right, cool.
But yeah, I'm here. I'm ready to do No More Whoppers. And in fact, you know what? I even have a new segment for you.
What's that?
Well, it's a brand new segment. That's all I'm going to say for right now, except that it is called What's Your Problem?
Hello?
What's your problem?
Okay, this is What's Your Problem?
All right.
And I'd like to say at the start, this is not exactly one person's problem. This could be directed at either of us.
Okay, all right. Let's go.
This question could be directed at either of us. Okay?
Okay.
But it's where we look back on an episode of the past and just figure out what's your problem.
Okay.
And so last time on the show, we had a little discussion. We were talking about Metal Gear Solid, I believe.
Yeah.
Talking about different parts of Metal Gear lore and such. And you had opened up a thread of conversation like this.
There's two theories about twin snakes.
And then, you said a couple things that the fans had talked about
Okay.
twin snakes, of course. And so, I was listening to that, and I was just like listening intently, and I was just decided to say my piece on it. And so I said, yeah, I don't buy either of that. Now, my grammar was terrible, but that's not the problem I'm referring to.
Okay.
I was just listening to you, and I just thought, well, okay, yeah, he brought up these different theories, and I was just like, yeah, okay, they're interesting, I suppose. But my thing was that I just didn't, see that, they were believable enough to take on as some sort of interesting theory that I would, believe necessarily.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I do know what you're saying, yes.
Okay, good, because then you cut in like this.
No, I'm not saying, no. I'm not saying these are Konami's official stances. I'm saying they're fun interpretations of the game. Like looking at a piece of art and seeing it as this kind of thing. Like, I'm not saying this is what they said about it.
And now I'm just sitting here taken aback, and I don't know. I mean, I suppose I might have said it a little bit sharply, but I didn't really mean it that way. I was just normally trying to state the fact that, hey, I just didn't think that those are interesting. That was really my intent. I wanted to say that they were interesting. I didn't really say that, but that was the thing. But then, and so, taken aback like that, all I could really say was, okay. And you just let it go.
You have stumbled upon the head of the nail. It is absolutely your dismissive tone when you say things like that, and that's all it is.
And I didn't really mean for it to be that dismissive.
I know you didn't mean that, but it absolutely came out that way.
And so I just, had to come back at that, like, geez, what really happened there?
Is this going to be a regular segment?
I'm hoping so, yes.
Oh,
we'll see how it goes.
Right.
But yes, that has been What's Your Problem?
What's your problem? What's your problem? I don't get what your problem is.
Oh my God. I had to mute my mic because I was cough laughing.
Once again, not necessarily your problem. Could be just
Right.
my problem as well. We'll see how things go.
I think that you do have you have that very dismissive sort of delivery when it comes to things like this that I will always take and run with in the opposite direction. That's all it is.
As long as you're aware of it.
I'm aware of
As long
it.
as you're aware. Yeah.
But but I'm also aware that I have a penicillin allergy. That doesn't mean I can just eat penicillin by the fistful. You know what I mean?
No, we're good. We're good. That's it for this month. That's
Oh, lovely. Okay. Oh, that's good stuff.
I just immediately play the penicillin thing. Like, what the fuck is he on about?
Oh, good. Oh my God. Okay, I'll tell you what I'm on about. Are you done with that? Until next episode.
I didn't mean it that way. I'm sorry.
I know that it's you have decades of experience just being a dry kind of what's the word? A dry sassabout. And so dismissive tone comes very naturally to you, and it's not something that I particularly like.
Look, if I have any defense in my slips of tone, let's call it.
Sure.
I said, I'm doing a podcast at night. I'm just sitting here by myself for the most part, just talking to you. You know, things get tiring.
Yes.
I just turned 40. I'm getting more tired by the second.
Yes. Happy birthday, by the way. Oh, I forgot to mention, yes. I was mired in health stuff all throughout June, which I'll get to later, and your birthday completely slipped by me. That's my fault. As a belated birthday gift, I promised before you and the listeners and God, I'm going to mail that PSX this month. It's getting done.
Fantastic.
Yes, I will. I must be held accountable by everyone.
Well, there's. You said to God as well?
Yes, whichever God you choose.
Oh, sure. Well, if there is one,
right?
Maybe it'll show up by my son's birthday.
Zeus,
at least, so.
Yahweh, Archimedes. That's not a god.
You got a few more weeks.
All right.
So there you go.
Good. Okay, hang on. I want to get into the health stuff because it's really fun. Oh, no, wait. It fucking sucks. So you know that
What's Alex's problem with his health?
I'm sick. No. I've been having for like a year and a half. I've been having eye pain, and I think it's just eye strain. It's
sort of this two sides of the same coin.
Yeah, well, it's pain caused by strain. I talked to my. Do we have a term in America for GP? What do we say? Do you just say my doctor?
I don't even know what GP general practitioner is. What you say? Yeah, you would say your primary doctor.
Okay, my primary doctor,
caregiver. Yeah, sure.
Is a
family doctor in some cases.
Yes. Well, no, just me.
Hey,
he's a very nice guy.
Family unit.
Thank you. He's a very nice guy. I did pass out getting blood drawn in his office last month. That was exciting.
Okay. First I like how you just gloss over that one.
First time I've ever passed out giving blood. Because, like, I had
Well, you were on the bubble, though, right?
What do you mean on the bubble?
Last year, you're like, I could have passed out or something.
Oh,
like
right,
that.
yeah.
Like
At my health check last year, I got very lightheaded, and I almost passed out, and I had to lay down. So my physical this year, I said, let's just lay down first, and they said, good idea. And then this year, not this year, but a few months later, I went to the doc. He needed more blood. He's wearing a big Dracula cape. I thought, you know what? I've got to be over it by now. I feel fine. I'll sit in the chair. I'll get the blood drawn. And I did. I got the blood drawn and everything was fine. And as soon as they took the needle out, I was like, time to go. And just completely sank like a stone.
Remember that classic Ray line from No More Whoppers?
What's that?
Better fall down.
I don't remember that, but I love it.
It's like episode 4 or some shit. Episode 8.
Wow.
Remember me in the trash can? I was moving a trash can and then
yeah.
I was stuck and then I just decided to go better fall down. Yeah.
Oh, deep pull. Pretty good.
Well, it's my own life. I think I would know.
All right, slow down there, Aerosmith. I came to, with the doctor and the nurse in my face, both like, "Hey, are you all right? Hey, everything cool? What's going on, man?"
It's like RoboCop. He's awake. He's awake.
And he was telling me how to breathe, and then waited for me to feel normal, and then I left, and that was fine. Anyway, that's beside the point. That's not the focus here.
All right. What is
last
the
year,
point?
I was having like stabbing eye pain, and I got an MRI. That's where we found out brain good, brain healthy. And then this, when I went back last month, I was like, could it be sinus related? Because I think it might be sinus related because I have my sinuses are not great. And he's like, well, your sinuses also show up on the MRI. Let's take a look at it. He pulls up the same MRI. No, everything's fine.
All right.
Your sinuses are fine. I'm like, all right, I'll take your word for it. I have to. You're the doctor.
You did have that golf ball in there, but we took care of that.
That was a college prank gone wrong.
Big man on campus.
Yes. I then asked him, well, could it be eye related? He said, yeah, here's an ophthalmologist. And he referred me to one that I went to. Now, this ophthalmologist was in Osu, which is great because that's also where video game shops are. So it was pretty cool.
Treated yourself to some Game Boy games afterward.
Yeah. I waited for over an hour this is no exaggeration.
Jeez.
4 different waiting rooms. I don't know.
How?
I don't know why they need so many, but there were 4 different waiting areas. It was because I got called. I went to the first one, and then I got called in. I'm like, wow, that was fast. Just into another waiting room, like it's a joke, like I'm on camera. I was like, oh, okay, cool.
Wow. Well, this is what universal healthcare gets you, folks.
It's
still sound good.
No, this is the only time I've really had to wait a long time at any doctor in Japan. I think it's because it was a huge place. It was ophthalmology center. So I saw 2 doctors that day. One was, I believe in Japanese, the term is kusojiji. He's just a shitty old man.
Oh, okay.
Because he decided what was wrong with me before I sat down.
Oh boy,
he was one of those old man doctors.
Yeah, he wants to get off the clock.
Yeah, I wrote down on the form because you have to fill out the form and say what's your deal? For my deal, I wrote.
Just kidding.
Exactly. I just wrote down. I have a stabbing pain in my left eye, and the other symptom that has cropped up in the past year is if I am in a wide open area, I get very dizzy. And if I try to watch movement, I get dizzy.
Oh, but you're starting to sound like Bob Duca for a minute now.
Yeah, it's not great. Rabies, scabies, Mickey Rooney sugar babies. And it I first noticed it when we moved, and my wife and I went to IKEA, which is famous for being huge.
True.
I walked in the first room and was immediately struck in the head by this panorama. Like, this is bad.
Whoa, okay.
I don't like this. Yeah. Now I think part of that was just because I think it was exacerbated by the fact that this was still during the height of the pandemic, and I guess we were ramping down from the pandemic, and masks were still required everywhere, which means I did not have my glasses on because I cannot do both at the same time. Don't come at me with any of your fixes for glasses fogging. None of them work. I have tried. I have been through this dozens of times. There is nothing, literally nothing I can do to eliminate fogging of glasses when I wear a mask. Therefore, I just don't wear them when I wear the mask.
Call in 805 NMW Talk.
Do not. No, please don't.
We'll talk about it next episode. All your eyeglass tips.
Have you tried pulling the mask up real high? Yes, that's the first fucking thing you tried, Steve. Did you try just pushing the metal against your nose so it shapes to your nose?
805 NMW
yes,
Talk.
I did.
The number to call.
I've tried everything. I just the shape of my nose and face are wrong, and they not conducive to maskage. Anyway, got super dizzy at IKEA, almost fell down. I had to just walk around looking at the floor, which was super fun.
Oh dear.
And And then the other thing is movement. If like I can't look at movement without my eyes. That might be related to the strain. Like I get dizzy and my eyes start to throb. Like I can't sit on the couch and watch TV for more than 30 minutes.
Yeah, for some reason they're being pushed to the brink. Yeah. I get it.
And I've had 3 different doctors ask me, "Do you spend a lot of time at work looking at screens?" And in my brain, I'm like, well, technically, no. So that can't be the problem.
No.
Because my stupid brain was interpreting their question as literally as possible. And I was like, no, I don't look at any screens at work. Leaving out the fact that when I'm not at work, I'm only looking at screens. Like
you just took the context too literally. Which is what I do quite often, of course.
Yeah.
It has gotten me in hot water in many conversations.
Oh.
Because I am also stupid, but yes.
Let's be stupid together. Basically, I'm bad in wide areas and I'm bad with tracking movements. And so I sat down. Before I sat down, the doctor was like, "Oh, looks like you can't see far away." I'm like, "No, I can. It just hurts when I do." "So you want to see far away, is that right?" And I'm like, "No, I already do. I can. My prescription's fine. I'm in pain. What is the pain that happens after I successfully see?" And he's like, "Yeah, you probably need a new prescription. Go to the prescription area." So I'm like, "All right, you're the doctor. I guess I have to." So I get sent to the eye test area.
Accepted the eyesight problem, dipshit. I've been here for 39 years on Earth, that is.
Oh. And I've had glasses for 29 of those. So I went over to the eye exam area, and a very nice woman put me through the eye test, and she's like, she asked to see the glasses I brought with me that I use, and she's like, "Yeah, the test you just took is identical to your prescription, so I don't know what's up." I'm like, "I know what's up, and it's the doc just wanting to leave." So she then sent me to another waiting room to see another doctor who turned out to be a very helpful, very nice middle-aged woman.
Are we still in the same building? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
The same third waiting room. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Word
up.
Well,
shopping mall.
This is the 4th because the first one was on the first floor. Second one was in the big area on the second floor. Third one was before I saw the shit man, and then the 4th one is before I saw the nice lady.
Shit man from Nesticle?
Yeah, that guy. Yeah. Thanks, shit man. She was very helpful. She said, I don't think it's definitely not your sinuses. It's not your eyes even, I don't think. Because she said, if it's my eyes, it's eye strain. And I'm like, well, maybe it's eye strain. But then she said, here's one more thing you can check out is go to an ENT and get your ears checked out. And I'm like, that's a good idea. And then she gave me some eye drops to help with eye strain, which I am using, but I hate eye drops. I hate the idea of putting anything in my eyes. I could not get contacts when I was in high school. My body rejected them. Glasses for life.
Yeah, I'm with you.
So she said, go see someone about your ears. I found there is literally an ear clinic next door. Talk about livability, walkability in this city. There's an ear place next door to our apartment. It is, I am not joking. It is inside the same building as our supermarket, which is next door. So and it's like, and I even searched Google for like, what's the best ENT in this radius? And like, it's not only the closest, it has the highest rating in like a 2-mile radius. So it's like, awesome. And it was great. I went in and saw the guy.
It's kind of like where my in-laws live.
Yeah.
They live in a giant skyscraper in Vietnam, but they also have, at the bottom of it is like a grocery store, a Uniqlo, the whole shopping center thing. And
yeah. Oh, there's a building next to the bar that recently went up. And it's a beautiful, expensive looking high-rise apartment, and the first floor is just a 7-Eleven. And it even has a special entrance in the back of the store just for people who live in the building.
Yeah. Oh,
it's really cool. Yeah.
Why'd you tell me this?
I know. It sounds like the best. Like you could just go down at 3 a.m. in your pajamas, like, hey man, can I get some popcorn? Yeah.
Sorry, I'm quite envious.
I mean, the way it is now, my wife and I have to walk half a block. It's the worst.
I went to pajamas 7-Eleven.
That would be great. It used to be a Family Mart. Then they tore down the building, put up a new one. A lot of buildings going up in this area. It's pretty fun.
A lot of buildings that are the same thing, it turns out.
Yes. But new.
Okay.
I did see a thing recently on Twitter about how most buildings most buildings don't make it 50 years in Japan because once you hit 50 years, you get landmark status.
All right.
And I guess it's better to just tear a building down after 49 years and build something new than having to deal with landmark status, whatever that means.
Yeah. Japan's been around a lot. They don't really feel the need to keep things around all that much. You got your castles and things, but yeah.
Of course. Your Jingus, right? Those are those wide jeans. All right. So I go to the ear place. The guy's very nice. He says, "So you're dizzy?" I said, "Yes." He said, "Move the button with your left hand." Never mind. That's a joke
gives
for
you a
nobody.
brochure called "So You're Dizzy."
I can't read it, Doc. He then sent me into another room.
So you want to be not dizzy.
He sent me to another room to get a hearing test just to make sure that there was no blockage. And I go in the little booth. It's one of those, you go in the booth, you put on the headphones, you got to push a button on a paddle when you hear a noise.
Yeah. You know that. You've been doing voice acting and voiceover work.
That's right.
Yeah.
With a little paddle. And I go in there and it's a fly in here. Get out of here, fly.
Oh, wow.
I think I am going deaf. I think I am going deaf and dying because the technician forgot to plug in a cable. It sends the noise to the headphones.
Yeah.
And so I sit there in silence, not pushing a button, just staring blankly at her, waiting for it to start. And then she opens the booth and she's like, "You didn't hear any of those?" And I'm like, "No." And she goes, "Uh-oh, I got to tell the doctor."
I told you on Discord, it's like a Carol Burnett skit. It's just like, can you hear this? No.
And then, yeah.
And you're Tim Conway.
Yes, check out my tiny character. Dork goes fishing.
No.
Dork goes hearing. Or not hearing in this case. So then she figured out what was wrong, plugged the correct one in, gave me the test. It was fine. I have exceptional hearing, and there's no blockage.
Fantastic.
And so the doc is just like, yeah, it might be this thing called Meniere's disease, which is it's not common, but it's not fatal. It's just annoying. And here's some meds, and come back in 2 weeks, and that's where we are now.
Oh, all right then.
Yeah, it's a lot of meds though. It's 3 pills and a bag of like powder that I have to take 3 times a day. He gave me a humongous sack full of meds. It's a 2-week supply.
Why couldn't they just put the powder in pills?
I don't know. It's not powder. It's very, very, very tiny balls that you have to
Dippin' Dots.
Yeah, it's Dippin' Dots. It's the medicine of the future.
All right.
You just got to take with water.
Well, there is medicine that's like tiny pills. Tiny balls in pills.
Like contact.
Contact. Contact. Yes.
Yes.
Contact is number 1 in my mind.
You're number 1 in my mind.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks. I'm just as effective as contact.
Yes. Take some Ray.
Well, we wish your inner ear luck, as we do all inner ears.
Thank you. They thank you.
That seems like a good lead, though. That seems like that might be it. I would say.
Let's
stay optimistic on it.
I mean, well, here's the thing. I don't know about that because, I think 2 of those 4 medicines he gave me were to combat dizziness, and I don't feel the dizziness anymore because it's like I don't go out of my way to get dizzy. You know what I mean?
I know.
Like the dizziness hits me when I'm in a wide open area or I'm trying to track movement from afar, and I don't want to inflict those on myself to see if it's working, but I guess I have to.
Well, we know that it happened when you were playing certain games.
Yeah, that was when I was playing. It's one of the reasons I can't really play FF14 or do the high-end content these days is because it's too much movement on screen. I can watch stuff on a monitor in front of me, but not far away. But also, I can't watch stuff on a monitor in front of me for too long. Even scrolling web pages, I can't hit down on a keyboard. I have to click and drag the bar slowly so that it scrolls smoothly. Because if I just keep hitting down on a keyboard or clicking the arrow to go down, it hurts. Hurts a lot.
You've been pressing down on a keyboard this whole time up till now?
No, sometimes I do. Not all the time. Why?
Okay.
Wait, it's 2 inches from my mouse. Why? Who cares?
Okay, this is me. I've always been a guy
who
clicks the bar in the middle of the scroll bar and drags it down.
Okay, great.
Or,
Someone-
at least
here's-
uses this scroll of the trackpad,
Yes,
right?
thank you. Here's what I mean. I do have a scroll wheel on my mouse, and just one nudge
That
is
is-
the same
yeah.
as hitting down, right? So
Yes, that
just
is different,
pretend
yeah.
pretend that's what I said.
I'm pretending that's what you said.
Thank you. Anyway,
I
I
am
think
Jackie Chan.
Also that.
I am he. Great at martial arts. Check this out. Kapow. I think it might be eye strain, and I think that means I have to stop looking at screens. I don't know how to do that because everything in my life revolves around using screens. I've already I've had UV. What are they called in English? In Japan they're called UV kato. I have UV kato lenses. Basically computer glasses that I wear all the time.
Oh, okay, sure. Yeah.
But yeah, I look
I
at my
don't know if there's a general term, but you can call them gamer glasses
gamer glasses.
or
Slap
blue
on your
blockers.
gamer glasses.
Remember those? Yeah.
What?
That was those blue blockers.
Blue blockers.
Remember those from the 90s?
Yes,
Early
I do.
90s. Infomercial.
Yeah, information commercials. Yes.
No, the product. How we doing?
That's a great pronunciation. We're doing
You're
great.
not the only one who needs to go to the doctor.
I think I don't know how to not it's screens. We need them all the I'm not a farmer. I can't just not
Okay.
use screens. What?
How about you just settle down and take the medicine and see how it works for
I
a little
am,
while?
but in it's not. Oh, fine. All right, you're right.
You're
okay.
still sitting here griping at me like you need to figure out what's wrong immediately. Just let the doctors
All right, fine.
do the thing.
Well-
If you're going to go to the doctor, just
It's been over a week, and I don't feel any different. That's where the frustration comes from. But you know what? I'll get back to you after the second week has passed. How about that?
how about like a month?
Fine.
4 weeks. Can you get 4
I
weeks?
even spent 4,000 yen on a box of Claritin and another 1,200 yen on a nasal spray because I was convinced it was sinus related.
Well, it'll still come in handy.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
I could use some. You could want to throw that in with your PSX there if you don't want it.
No. Yeah,
All right.
I don't think you're allowed. I don't know if you're allowed to send medicine internationally, but I can just stick it all inside the disk drive of the PSX. How's that?
That's fine. I'll just open it up anyway.
And then when you
I'll be
plug in,
hacking away at it.
you are a hacker.
Yes.
All right. Ray,
Big time hacker, man.
how's your head and skull?
Better than yours.
I know.
Mostly I'm just tired. I've just, it's been, consistently getting up early to take the boy to daycare
Cool.
and then just, going to bed a little later than I should be because I have things I like to do. And then, just repeating that over and over and feeling bad every week. But that's me. That's a problem that's, technically easily fixed. I would say also today I'm especially worn out because I had to do lawn work,
Lawn work? What kind of lawn work?
like mowing the lawn
Oh, damn.
and whacking weeds.
Oh, geez. It's whacking day already.
Yeah.
Cool.
Not the entire lawn because the front part is still pretty short, stunted growth from the summer heat and such. But the only reason I did it today on Tuesday instead of like the weekend when I usually would is because the weekend was like a heat wave. And so
Oh, cool.
ain't going out for that. No, sir. You know me.
Yes. It is, I believe today
Yeah.
it is getting up to 34 degrees Celsius, which I want to say is 93, 94.
Yeah, whatever.
It's not great.
No, yeah, nah, buh. But yeah, so that's me this week. But like I said, also pretty much done with summer school. So a couple things tomorrow and Friday, very easy. I'm good with that. Then I have basically most of July and August to screw around.
Cool.
Within reason. Then we got my baby's first birthday's coming up.
That's right.
And that'll be fun. And yeah, he's also doing pretty good. He's just getting closer to standing up and walking. He's
Okay.
been crawling for the past month or two and getting very good and fast at that, and now getting very grabby on doors and things and cabinets, and gotta protect those and keep him from opening the oven.
Oh yeah,
the typical thing.
He doesn't know how to cook yet. Yeah.
Yeah. Generally, I'm just glad he's getting active now because he's getting chunky.
Oh, Chunky Beeb.
Oh yeah.
Now hang on. Well, I mean, why don't you get him doing like stupid fly? Get out of here. Hang on a sec. This is killing me. Okay, it's gone. Now hang on a sec. Why don't you get him doing like acrobatics, or can he like turn into a ball and bounce around for exercise? Have you seen Baby Geniuses 2 Super Babies?
Oh, I thought you were referring to Kirby.
No, that's made up, right?
No.
Kirby's made up.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the documentary Baby Geniuses 2: Super Babies. I imagine that kind of rambunctious baby exercise is going to slim him way down and keep him that way.
No, he's not quite there yet.
Okay.
No, I'm afraid not.
All right.
But yeah, it's almost been a crazy year. Goodness gracious sakes.
Yeah, fun.
We got him applied for a passport.
Cool. Where's he going?
Wherever he wants.
All right.
Point him in a direction and watch him go.
He's his own man.
Yeah. That's a baby. And then related to that, in some respects, my wife is now a U.S. citizen.
Whoa, congratulations.
Yeah.
That's the big news. Why were you burying the lead?
Well, baby's also important.
Baby's very important. But you know what? We're all aging. Aging isn't news. Citizenship is news.
I suppose so. Okay.
Yeah.
Fine. I guess I didn't think of it as much bigger than my baby status report, just because
I think they're both pretty big, but that's bigger.
It had been a long time coming. My wife, isn't a citizen because of me. She got a green card, or started to get a green card, long before.
Oh wow,
we were ever together. So
it just takes forever.
She had a green card. She got it by herself, of her own volition, and all that. So
cool. There's
no marriage dependent sort of benefits there. But on the other hand, she put in the work and she got it done finally. And it'll also, I guess, help out her parents later if she wants to sign them up. But
cool.
Yeah, there we go. Very interesting. She had to go in and take the interview, the relatively easy interview. I think even for someone who does a decent amount of studying for it, they only ask you a few questions out of the giant list of 100. And
oh, wow.
Even then, it's not exactly mental strain, those questions. And so she did fine on that. And then was scheduled a week later to come and do the oath and get the final paper and everything. They do all that in the parking lot.
What?
Yeah. I guess this would be a post-COVID measure.
Okay.
You drive up to the place, you get directed into columns of cars, basically, to wait in line, and then, they take the first 4 rows of cars, everybody comes out, and that group then does the oath. Then you go back to your car and you get your paper handed to you, and then you're good to go. And so, yeah, it was a lot like going to get a vaccine a couple of years ago in this country. You
cool.
Go drive up to the parking lot and you wait, and then, after that, you're good to go. So,
wow. Very
very interesting. I suppose if we had done it a few years ago, it wouldn't be quite like that. I suppose they would put us in a room, or, the ballroom, the citizenship ballroom.
It's rooms full of balls.
No,
Oh, no.
I was going in another direction, but yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, that was all pretty breezy, I gotta say. No,
Nice.
no big deal. But again, we didn't take it that seriously. I know there are certainly people who do take it very dramatically. It's very important to them. It's a big goal for them. I'm sure my wife could have done it much earlier, but it was just like one of those things where, okay, now it's time to get it over with, essentially, and just get it checked off. And now the family's good to go. I do think it was funny, and I pointed this out, that her son was a citizen before she was.
That's true.
Yeah. cute.
Here's how you
Very
do it, Ma.
Yeah, exactly. Just get born in California or
Is
any
that
of the
why
other
you
50
bought him?
states.
Is that why you bought him that tiny T-shirt that just says "Get Born"?
Yeah.
Okay, it's pretty good.
Making
been
sure he's a Matt Damon fan from an early age.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was a promotional. Only went to cast and crew from the Bourne Identity.
Yeah. It
So
was
it's
going to
rare.
be Get Carter, but didn't work out.
Get shorty, get smart. Okay, well that's fun. Congratulations to her. That is big news.
Yeah.
I'm waiting to get my spousal visa extended. That should be showing up in a couple of weeks, I think.
That's right. You've been going through your own version of this rigmarole.
Yeah. So I like the ultimate goal for most foreigners in Japan is what's called permanent residency, which is the closest thing to citizenship without being a citizen.
Right. And
but it's-
citizenship in Japan means you have to adopt a kanji name, basically. And
Yeah, which could be cool.
from what I understand from the surface. Yeah.
But it would also mean I'd have to renounce my U.S. citizenship. And I think for practical purposes, it's better to just have a U.S. passport.
Oh, yes.
So yeah, I don't want citizenship, but permanent residency, that is the thing that basically says you never need to apply for another visa for the rest of your life. You can come and go in Japan as you please.
Yeah.
The only requirement is you have to update the photo on it every 7 years. So at least once every 7
Okay.
years, you have to visit Japan
Okay, fine.
to keep it.
Sure.
And that's fine by me. I'm here for the long haul. We have a 35-year fucking mortgage. So I ain't going nowhere.
All right.
I did put that on my application because they always ask you on your visa extension form. It says reason for wanting to extend visa, and I just put I run a business here. My wife is Japanese. We have a 35-year mortgage.
Yeah.
Please let me to continue to be in debt in your country.
Yeah.
You know.
They're like, makes a good point. All right. Stamped.
Yeah.
Approved.
so
Going back
I
to
put my-
passports, though. I almost said podcast. Jesus Christ.
Podports.
Fucking. Going back to passports. It's funny you mentioned U.S. passports because, U.S. and Japan passports are pretty powerful, relatively speaking. I know there are more, even more, what's the word, I suppose, lenient passports from other nations.
Oh,
But
yeah.
another thing also, a sort of other benefit my wife gets is that, the U.S. passport is much better than Vietnam's, and partly because Japan treats Vietnam extra shitty when it comes to passports. I think
Oh, no.
their visas are only like 30 days or something.
Oh.
It's shit like that. And it's also funny because Japan loves Vietnam for cheap exploitable labor, but
Yeah.
not so much for wanting you to stick around too long and I guess
I mean,
build a life
it's-
there via passports or visas.
it's decently popular for tourism, but that's about it.
What is exactly?
Vietnam
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
to the Japanese. Yeah.
Yes. Oh yeah, of course, going that way, sure. But if you are Vietnamese and want to
Oh
go to
yeah,
Japan,
no.
yeah,
It's a little trickier. You
gotta
can,
do a
but it's
bit
tricky.
more tighter planning than you and I would.
Yes.
But yeah,
What on earth was I gonna say?
I don't know.
All right, passports. We love them. We got them. I recommend them. I gotta renew my passport next year. It's up already almost. I last time I renewed my passport, they had an option. I think they always have this option, but you can get the 50 or 100 pages. Is that it? Hang on. That sounds like too
Excuse
many. Yeah, it sounds like too many. How many pages are in my passport here? Oh no, sorry. I think it's 25 or 50.
All right.
And I was like, well, you know what? I come and go enough that I think I need all 50 pages for all those stamps. And also, that's also where they put, they stamp your visa when you get a new visa
And
as
hey,
well.
pandemic's over, right? We're going back and
Pandemic's
forth
over, right?
every time.
Yeah. And then, like, as soon as I pay extra to get the big passport, can't you just put 2 passports in a big bowl? We don't have a big bowl.
Okay.
Uh,
Keep going.
As soon as I drop the money to get the big passport, Japan stops putting visas in your passport. It's now a card that's issued to you. And then I don't travel as much, and then cut to the pandemic where I don't travel at all. So I basically wasted money on a big fat passport. I think next year we're going to go with the sleek, compact 25 pager.
Well, it's not your fault.
It's also really annoying to pay for because you have to pay for it in USD. And you have to mail it. I think you mail it to, I don't know if it's the consulate in Osaka or what, but you mail it somewhere in Japan, but you still have to pay in USD.
Uh-huh.
But you can't send cash. So you have to get like a money order from the post office. Japanese post office doesn't do USD. So the only way to do it, or at least this was the case in 2014, look up what the day's exchange rate is from dollars to yen, and then ask for a money order for that exact amount. And hope to God that that rate is the same when the passport arrives at the consulate.
Oh my Lord in heaven.
Maybe there's a better way to do it now. This was a decade ago.
Maybe I'm gonna guess no.
No.
Just gonna guess.
It's
gonna
fun.
guess no.
Oh man.
Jiminy
That's
Christmas.
I know.
Walking in there with xe.net loaded up, like hitting refresh.
So yeah, I applied for a 5-year visa extension, which I've never gotten before. I've always gotten 1 or 3. But you know what? It doesn't even matter what I get because as soon as I get it, I'm going to start putting together another permanent residency application. Because as we all know, my previous permanent residency request was denied.
We all know this, yes.
We all know this, and I got a scary letter that was delivered to my door that basically said, "You fucked up." And I thought I was denied because my income wasn't high enough.
Yeah.
Because I know that's one of the requirements is they like to see that you're making enough money. But again, I set my own salary. And like you guys didn't ask to see the company's financials. You just said, how much do you make? Well, on paper, I make 100,000 yen a month, which is very low, but that's deliberate. It's so that I pay less in health care and pension, which you have to legally pay into.
I would be kicked out so fast.
Ugh.
Because I don't make any money, you see.
Oh, not yet.
I'm very bad at
But
everything.
once your squirrel translator takes off, to the moon. Okay.
Yeah. Very good.
I suspected it was because of salary, but I was told by a couple of friends that it was just, no, you have to be married for 5 years. And I looked at the dates and I looked at when I submitted my thing and I submitted it when I was married for 4.5 years. Cool.
Okay.
So the entire thing was pointless from the get-go.
Well, there we go.
So yeah, now we just passed our, hang on. March was our the 6th anniversary, I think, that we've been legally married.
Okay.
And then we're coming up on our 4th wedding anniversary in August, of course.
Right.
Which you were there. Are you going to come here for the party?
There's a party?
Yeah, come on. It's just you. But come on.
just me. Okay. Well,
yeah, small scale.
I'll see if my wife's okay with that.
Awesome. So yeah, that's what my visa situation is at the moment. It's not ideal. I really wish I had known about this too. It's because the rules for permanent residency seem to constantly be in flux at all times. It's like, you got to be here for 10 years. No, you have to be married for 5 years. No, you have to have enough points on this special chart that says how valuable you are as a human being to the economy. It's ridiculous.
The last one sounds pretty bad.
That is one way of getting PR is like, there's just a list of like positive traits and accomplishments and certifications. And if you have enough of them, you can get PR. I don't believe I have any of those. I'm not remarkable.
Hey, now.
You're an all-star?
You're very talented, sweetie.
Well,
Fraioli Audio.
glad you think so. That's okay. That's about all I have for Japan talk. No, wait, there's one more. Before we move on, I want to tell you about my. I had an experience. I had a not great experience at the gym. I found a gym. There's a ward gym. It's the Nakaku Sports Center, and it's 2 blocks from here. The walkability, superb.
All right.
If you buy a yearly membership, it comes out to 900 yen a month. It's dirt cheap. And I went to test it out the other day. And I go in and, well, first of all, I have to rent shoes because
What's a bowling alley?
I mean, it's so like, Japan's deal when it comes to taking your shoes off indoors.
Yes.
Now there are What?
I would imagine there would be some sort of easy solution for a gym, even in Japan.
It's, I mean, no. I mean, there's lockers. Okay, so you're expected to show up in your street shoes,
Your Sunday
and
best.
and your Sunday best, and carry your sneakers with you, or your gym shoes. And then when you get into the changing room, you put them in your locker. You change in your gym stuff.
Okay, so
You work
far
out, you come
sounds
back.
great. Fine.
Right. That's what I found out the system to be. I had just assumed that the gym was like, well, it's a gym. I mean, the Naka Sports Center, you don't change your shoes when you go in. You go inside in your street shoes, and it's just a big lobby. You know, it's not like you're going into a school. So I had been there before, and I'd been upstairs before. That's where my wife and I went to a meeting for our.
We had our wedding.
We had our wedding. We had our first tenant meeting for the building. Was held in Naka Sports Center, and I'd been there with my street shoes on. Everybody was wearing their street shoes, so I just assumed, the whole building's like that. Nope, just the gym. You got to change out of your street shoes into your workout shoes, and I didn't know this, so I just showed up in my sneakers, ready to work out, and I go to the front desk, and I'm like, "Hi, I'd like to buy a day pass," and the guy's like, "Do you have workout shoes?" And I'm like, "I sure do," and I pointed to the shoes I was wearing, and he goes,
What?
"No, those are your street shoes. You need workout shoes." And I'm like, "No, these are my workout shoes." He's like, "No,
Okay.
you entered the building in those are your street shoes." And I'm like, "Oh, excuse me for a moment." And my plan was just like run home, put my sneakers in a bag, put on other shoes, and then go back. And then he said, "No, it's okay. You can rent shoes." And I said, "That's wild, but okay."
Yeah, sure.
Ended up. He's like, "Go fill out this form." And while I'm filling out the form, as an old man goes up to the desk and is talking to the same guy. And as he's talking to the same guy, he just starts farting very loudly.
This is an older gentleman?
Yes, it's it's typical old man move, but it was like not just loud, it was extremely lengthy.
Yeah.
It was and it kind of like put me off, and I just started moving away, and I am very averse to that kind of thing, so I'm like I wasn't visibly like pulling my t-shirt over my nose, but it almost came to that.
Yeah.
Because this was a nonstop rip roarer, I think is the best way to describe it. And of course, the guy he's talking to, just unfazed. He's just very professional. He's not.
There's that stellar Japanese customer service.
Yes, excellent customer service. He's not moving a muscle. He's just nodding to the guy. And it's
God.
Look, as we get old, your body can and will betray you. So I don't hold it against the guy. Here's what I do hold against the next guy. Talking about horrible gym smells.
Yeah.
I went upstairs, changed, and then went into the actual gym area. And I talked to the guy at the desk. I'm like, "Hi, I'm here for just a one-day thing." And he's explaining how the gym works. And as he's explaining it to me, an old Japanese man, just a few feet away from me, crouches down, removes his shoes and socks, and just starts stretching about 2 feet away from me. Not in any kind of designated stretch area. It's just, this is where I'm doing it. And
wow,
I am
real gym rat.
Once again, just overcome by horrible gym smells. The guy who's behind the desk is immune because he's behind a big, thick plastic sheet.
Right.
And I'm like, but me, I'm like enveloped in it. I'm choking on it. I am pointing at things in the gym in such a way that I can cover my mouth and nose with my arm as I point and ask the guy, like, "So those are treadmills, right?" That kind of thing.
Oh man.
And that was after that. It was uneventful. It was fine.
This is going great.
It's a great place.
It's a great story.
I think I just need to, I don't know, plan my days so that I don't go there when the old guys are there. It's the old men. Not only do old men just smell awful, Japan is a country where old men are entitled to just do whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah, well, the whole population thing is weighted in their favor. Yeah.
I might have told you this. The very first thing I saw on campus in Japan when I came over to Chubu to study in 2004 was an old man just pissing in broad daylight in the bushes. Like he may as well have had a banner that said, "Welcome to Japan, home of Kuso Gigi Darake.
How was he dressed? Do you remember?
Like an old man. He had like a vest and a hat,
Okay, fine.
you know.
All right.
And some kind of a scepter. I think +2 to magic defense.
Very good. Very
You know,
good.
Typical. Just not. Overall, of course, I love Japan. I think we can tone down the elderly, just exalting the elderly to such a point that they feel like they can piss in public and just expose everyone to smells.
We can. We're
Let's.
not gonna.
Why?
Not gonna happen.
All right, fine.
Because, Alex, you
Hi.
of all people should know this more than anybody. It can't be helped.
I do know that,
So,
and I do think that.
yeah, so shut up.
Oh, well, you got me there.
Yeah.
Why don't we take a quick break and
All
come
right.
back? I think we have some video game talk.
I suppose we do. Sure.
Good.
See you then.
Yeah, I gotta pee and I gotta get a drink, so I'll be right back.
Okay, old man. Now who's the old man? Peeing and drinking?
Take it off
Come
my
on, Grandpa.
headphones.
Okay, bye.
Hi, this is Mono, the host of Tokyo Game Life, a Tokyo-based video game podcast focusing on Nintendo and gaming culture in Japan's capital. It's your slice of gaming life from Tokyo. Every episode features deep dives into gaming-related places to visit in Tokyo, interviews with fans, developers, and experts, plus detailed thoughts on both retro and new games. Tokyo Game Life, only on the Tokyo Beat Network.
Today's show is brought to you by EPOS Gaming Audio. With a comprehensive lineup of both wired and wireless headsets, gaming amplifiers, microphones, and webcams, EPOS has everything you need to experience the power of audio. Like their H6 Pro lineup, which features 2 versions, an open or closed headset. The closed headset allows you to tap into exceptionally detailed audio and seals out ambient noise, while the open version delivers natural high-fidelity audio with an incredible soundstage. Both headsets include a magnetic detachable microphone and a sleek design that has no wild RGB configurations, just good design. Listeners can save 15% by visiting www.eposaudio.com/gaming and entering code EPOSFriend15 at checkout.
Does anybody know where to go tomorrow? Does anybody know how to leave it a sorrow? Some kinds of pain you just can't hide.
Folks, we're back. It's No More Whoppers. I'm Ray. That's Alex.
Hi.
Alex! Hi! You said hi.
I did.
You want to say it 5 more times?
Hi, 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 hi.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's it.
Kickstarter!
You may continue.
Oh, folks, it's that time again. Welcome back to the 2023 Whopper Dome, where we are getting ready to unveil, to introduce your another 2023 Nintendo Direct.
Yeah.
Roll the footage.
Footage.
You got footage?
You want to watch the whole 45-minute thing again?
No. But you know what? Why don't you run some announcements by me? Because I'd like to react to them with the help of the crowd here. Is everyone ready? Hang on. I can't hear you. Is everyone ready? That's what I'm talking about. Okay. So, what do we got?
Yes!
Dazzle me, Nintendo.
Yeah, right. Okay. Well, this was what was announced on the Nintendo Direct since we last podcasted. Starting from the top. You ready?
Yeah,
Is everybody ready?
let's do it.
I said, is everybody ready?
Oh,
Okay. Here we go. First up was the hidden treasure of Area Zero for Pokemon Scarlet or Pokemon Violet. It's a lot of coughing. And then was Sonic Superstars. And then Palia.
what's hang on? The whole crowd is saying together, "What's Palia?"
Persona 5 Tactica. Myth Force.
No, wait. I think that looked all right. Yeah.
Look out for the Splatoon 3's Splatfest this month. Detective Pikachu returns. Here's the big one everyone's talking about. The remake of Super Mario RPG. And then they announced Princess Peach game for Nintendo Switch. All right, decent. And then I can't believe this is what they officially called it. Visually enhanced version of Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon for Nintendo Switch. Are you ready?
You can read the next one before the cheering has died down, just to keep moving.
Hey, okay. I didn't know you had the crowd under such control.
I do.
All right.
Don't leave that in.
Get
or
ready,
do.
Nintendo gamers. The Batman Arkham trilogy on Nintendo Switch. Gloomhaven. Just Dance 2024 edition. Silent Hope. Fae Farm. I thought you'd be into that, you know. You like
What's
Fae
Fae
things.
Farm? What was Fae Farm?
It's a farm that's Fae. Hot Wheels Unleashed 2 Turbocharged.
Oh, both.
Manic Mechanics. Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope DLC 2 The Last Spark Hunter. Dragon Quest Monsters The Dark Prince.
Oh, wait.
No,
Hang on.
Monsters. I said
No.
Dragon Quest Monsters.
Stop. Yeah, hang on. Let me.
Yeah. Pikmin 4. Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 1. Have you heard about this game? Vampire Survivors on Nintendo Switch. Hey, I like it. It's all right.
All right.
Thanks, everybody. No, really, it's okay. You can please Alex. You don't need to please me. Headbangers,
love you,
Rhythm
Ray.
Royale, Penny's Big Breakaway. Hey, guess what's coming out? The Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course Pass Wave 5. Really? Still? Okay. We're doing this again. Star Ocean, the second story, R. Hey, come on. I'll play it.
Look, I'm happy for JRPGs to get any love, but I don't like Star Ocean.
All right, fine. WarioWare: Move It. Not to be confused with WarioWare Smooth Moves.
Right.
An update on Nintendo Live 2023. Something I don't really know what it is. Some event. Okay. And then Amiibo figures of Zelda and Ganondorf from The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. And then they ended it all with the big one. The one everybody was into. Super Mario Brothers Wonder. Was hoping for comedy, you would just do the cough. That sounded like an RPG.
I think Super Mario. Okay, cut the music.
Track.
Cut the music. There, thank you. Jesus. And yes, audience, go home now. We're done with you.
All right. Get out.
I think Super Mario Wonder looks fun. I didn't realize how much I wanted another 2D Mario.
Well, you didn't realize how much you wanted another 2D Mario because most of the other 2D Marios up to then have not looked good.
Well,
For
that's
once
the thing
they
is,
made one that looked good.
the last, I think I did enjoy
And I'm not
New
counting
Super Mario
one-
Brothers U.
Yeah.
What are you not counting?
Mario Maker. But yeah,
Oh.
you're right. I mean, those are good in terms of design, but they've made, 4 of those new games and they all look exactly the same and not exactly like iterated on visually.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of the new Super Mario Brothers aesthetic.
That's
which
what we're
goes
talking
back,
about, yeah.
Yeah, which goes back to the first one from 2005, 6.
Technically, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It's like I don't like squat Mario. I don't like the way he looks. I do love the new design. I like that he actually looks like those old illustrations, which is cute.
Yeah, it's also.
it's
I
good.
mean, yeah, he does look like the illustrations very much based on that, and it's like it's very mindful of that. It's like mindful art direction in a Mario
Yes.
2D platformer, which is something we
Yes.
haven't really had in a long, long time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not
Boy,
since like
since-
fucking Yoshi's Island.
Yeah, I was about to say Yoshi's Island. Yeah, I'm excited. It's good.
Yeah.
I will
Now,
buy
I do
it.
think Star Ocean: The Second Story looks good. It's just a bit like hilariously incongruous with the way they put those sprites on like very, very realistic looking areas,
Oh.
which you could argue is sort of how it was in the original version on PS1, but you know, now it's just so much more detail, so much more high res, HDified, that it's just like, man, having 2D pixel sprites run around in what is basically a picturesque landscape is kind of funny looking.
Yeah, I
like-
did notice it was very incongruous,
And
that
that they're-
whole vibe.
Meant to like be taken seriously. Again, I don't mind it. I do think it looks good generally. It is also just
Yeah.
very funny.
They
They did a good job making it look good, is what I'm saying. But
I am well, this is a little premature, but I'm really enjoying Octopath Traveler 2 right now, and I feel like that series it really nails the sprite look in a 3D sort of plane.
yeah, and the difference there is that, you know, it's not just the characters, but all of the environments, the buildings, the textures around there are also pixelated.
Yes.
They're pixel style.
Yes.
In this Star Ocean remake, it is literally just like realistic backgrounds and just like paper thin sprite characters running around.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I like paper thin sprite characters, but they need to be in the appropriate environment.
Yeah. I think in some ways, though, like the Star Ocean remake is almost what people wanted in their brains originally out of a Final Fantasy VII remake. Just like,
Oh.
maybe not sprites necessarily, but, you know, in the sense that you have characters running around on very lush backgrounds that, you know, maybe not move that much. You know what I mean? Because we couldn't imagine anything more grandiose than that at the time, you know, back when we were really thinking about, oh, what could they do for an FF7 remake? Et cetera,
What could
et
they
cetera.
do, I wonder?
I'm sure it's what you would have liked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you know me.
Oh, old Alex. Old-fashioned
Optimus.
Alex.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Postal code 4440116 Aichiken Nukata Gun Kotacho Owaza Ashinoya Atoshiro Juhachi Banchi Midorigaoka Village F202. That's my full fucking address. All right. Chocolatey cocoa fuck. Well, I'm glad you got that one.
What are you doing on the Twitch streams lately?
Let me tell you a story about how that happened. So I have these Fruity Pebbles commercials that I play on stream sometimes. And they are a browser source, which it comes out of my system sound on, or it comes out of the browser on Wavelength ordinarily, but not through OBS. They were coming out, for some reason, they were set to come out of my default speaker. So they were mute on stream. Nothing was coming out. So I had to reenact the commercial to the best of my memory. I found out later that default meant the Bluetooth speaker in the living room. So those commercials were playing to nobody during the stream. That has since been rectified.
Oh, I'm sure it has. Too bad, though.
Watch me trick Fred. It's pretty good, right?
It's pretty good, yeah. Just
I love it. Really makes me laugh that the commercials transformed from watch me trick Fred out of his Fruity Pebbles. Like, okay, Barney clearly is in this because he wants to steal the cereal because he likes to eat it. It just got curtailed to watch me trick Fred. All he wants to do is trick his friend. He takes joy in deceiving Fred.
yeah.
That's all he's in it for anymore.
They got a good thing
Not-
going, don't they?
Yeah. No, they really do.
Yeah.
Look at these Cocoa Pebbles. They're delicious. Hey, everyone, I love FF6. That's not in a commercial.
Hey, those are two peas in a pod, those two drops. Those are getting some use. Those are sitting right next to each other from here on out.
Did you ever order groceries through Peapod?
No.
Okay, me neither.
No.
I just thought it was a neat idea. Look at these Cocoa Pebbles. Hey, everyone, I love FF6. Look at these Cocoa Pebbles. Hey, everyone, I love FF6.
There's the remix. Yeah.
I really don't want to hear any more whoppers.
All right.
Yeah, neither do I.
We're having fun. So that's new Nintendo video games. I am enjoying that Octopath 2, by the way. It seems to fix a lot of... It fixes most of the problems I had with the first game, except for the one of the more glaring ones, which is I would love for the font to be any size above 2 point. When can we have that? When can I get a readable font that I don't have to...
boy,
It's not helping... It's not helping my eye strain, I'll tell you that.
Here goes old school Alex again. Why can't everything just be 240p again?
Okay, you are...
I'm making up a guy. It's not really you. I'm just kidding.
Thank you. I was about to say, that's not what I'm fucking saying.
No.
I'm just saying, like...
Calm down, calm.
If we could just... If Octopath's screen... if we could zoom in on Octopath, like 10%, it would be perfect. That's all I want, is just zoom in 10%, and then both of those games would be a lot more playable to me.
Yeah.
2 is still fun.
Yeah, sure. How about that Live Alive? You played that?
I love that. I finished that one. Yeah, that was great.
All right, good. You
That's a
finished
big recommend.
Okay. God damn,
Yes.
I really got to catch up.
I finished it, but I was let down kind of by the quote unquote twist, I guess. I was very let down by the last boss and the last chapter, because someone who had played the fan translation of the Super NES version years ago was talking it up too much, and so I was expecting too much, and then I got to it, and it's just it's an emo knight who is sad because the princess doesn't love him, so now he's evil, and it's just like, that's not an interesting villain. That's nothing.
Wow, isn't that basically the plot of Moon? The setup of
Is it
Moon
really?
as well?
I don't know. I didn't finish Moon. I couldn't finish Moon. I tried.
Well, you
boy.
you played the beginning. You know what the setup,
I've already forgotten.
the prep. Okay, moving on.
Moving on. Ray, guess what the other game... well, I guess I'm not really playing it anymore. Guess what other game I played for a few weeks?
Fallout New Vegas.
If you said Diablo 4, you're correct.
What the fucking fuck? Well, I guess that's not out of the question.
It was... Well, I was a big fan of Diablo 1 and 2.
Yeah.
And then Diablo 3 was whatever. And I thought, well, surely they'll nail it with 4. And it's...
Did they?
Yeah.
Did they?
I'll tell you what, Diablo 4 has... it's got the opposite problem of Octopath. Zoom back a little bit. It did, like, when the camera is zoomed in that far, all I see on the screen is Champions of Norrath. It looks like I'm playing Champions of Norrath.
It can't be good for your eyesight. Your eye strain.
It's not good. It's just not doing it for me. It's the color palette it's every kind of gray you can possibly imagine. Like every gray, sometimes brown. Wow, brown.
I hear it's pretty gray, yeah.
And I heard that was they overcorrected from D3, because I think people said Diablo 3 was too colorful.
Yep.
And they've decided to run in the other direction with 4 and just make it completely fucking boring.
Is that what they mean by gaming racists?
They might. That's a Tommy Tallarico thing, isn't it?
Yes.
Cool. What a guy.
Yeah. Hey, who knew a short Italian guy would be quick to anger?
Shut up! Wait, I'm tall.
Tommy Tallarico, though, pretty short.
Yeah. But it's, I don't know. I feel bad because it was gifted to me from a friend. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Who has a friend at Blizzard, which was very, very thoughtful to then give me a copy. But it is, I got into the flow of it, where, doing dungeons and getting loot. And after doing that a few times, I was like, I've done this before. I really don't need it. It's like Animal Crossing. Like every time a new one comes out, I'm like, oh yeah, I loved doing this. And then I do it for a week and it's like, oh yeah, I've done this. Like I'm done with this. I don't really, this isn't really scratching anything anymore.
My wife is into it in the sense that, she likes playing multiplayer.
Yeah.
And since they had co-op with Diablo 3 on consoles, that was really fun to play through. But after that, it's like,
yeah.
Okay, well, that was a lot of game to digest. I think we're done until the next one, I guess. So see you in 8 years. And,
yeah.
Here we are.
It also doesn't help that I really don't like the Western fantasy aesthetic. It's just kind of like I've seen it. It's knights and there's a villain. Look at this old creepy town.
Well, it didn't keep you from playing Diablo 4, did it?
I'm the blacksmith, but it was free. Did you not hear that part?
I just assume you're just a binary hater of anything that's not like a 2D turn-based JRPG at this point, that you would just like have trouble. You'd get bad eye strain.
That is not true. The eye strain is
of
true.
course
It is giving me bad eye strain.
I'm just joking. Yeah, God dang it.
I know. I feel like because original Dragon Quests and older Final Fantasies, obviously leaned into it so heavily, they kind of perfected it to me. So when I see things try to do like medieval fantasy, it is 100% a turn off every time. It's just boring to me.
You know what I was thinking that you should play, but also me, because I was also thinking I should play it?
What?
The NES versions of the Ultima games, like the
Really?
Japanified Dragon Quest-ized Ultimas.
Yeah.
Because they were made in Japan, and I was thinking, like, I never really played those. I wonder what those are actually like. So,
Let's play them.
Yeah, all right. Okay.
Cool.
All right.
Nice.
Whenever you're ready.
I can't. I'm busy right now.
Oh, okay. Let's just break camp and go do it.
Okay. No.
Right already. Jesus.
All right. But it's I might go back to Diablo 2 at some point, because I really did enjoy that one back in the day, but I can't see myself putting a lot more time into 4. I do appreciate it. I appreciate the gift. It is not for me.
All right. Easy question, but you did have it on PC?
Yes.
All right. Just checking.
Which, props to them. The controller support is very good.
Oh, okay.
It is actually, It's actually highly playable on controller.
But as I understand it, you still can't do like co-op on PC, which I suppose would make sense in a situational sense, but it still would have been nice because a lot of people have giant monitors, or people do play PC games in their living rooms now. So,
do you mean couch co-op?
Yes, that's what I do mean.
Oh,
local co-op.
Okay. It doesn't seem to me. Diablo doesn't seem like a local co-op game.
Well, guess what, buddy? That's how I played it.
Okay. I thought the whole point of the game was just grind for better loot, so that you can then grind for better loot.
Yeah, but with 3 other people.
It's not very social. I mean, yeah, but that's fun to do online because you're just chilling and.
Hey, I've done it. I've done it with other Diablo clones, let's say, similar far away top-down games with my wife and friends.
Fun.
A few times now. It can be social. Don't worry about it.
All right.
The only thing is that you're mostly, half the time it's like waiting for somebody to organize their inventory. And you have to be very patient. Well, it's an inevitability as much as it is someone just being like obsessive. It is like you do have to clean out the inventory. You're going to have to take it.
Yeah.
Take it on eventually. And that's going to happen in co-op anyway, because it's not exactly balanced. It's not like it. I'm talking about Diablo 3, of course. It's not like it auto empties everything.
I got to tell you, when Diablo 3 came out, I played all the way through it. I think I enjoyed it. I don't remember a single thing about it.
Yeah.
I could not tell you. Like, I have very clear memories of Diablo 1 and a lot of very powerful memories of Diablo 2. I don't remember a single thing from 3.
I'm not playing it for plot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who
and
cares?
that's another thing that's not grabbing me as the plot is. What if Diablo was a girl? And it's not as simple as
Why
that,
can't
but it
Diablo
basically
crawl?
is. Why can't Diablo duck? It's basically, I know Lilith is not Diablo, but it's basically that's the marketing.
What did they should have called it Lilith 4?
Yes. Well, no, Lilith 1.
Diablo 4, Lilith 1.
Thank you. First Blood Part 2.
Yes. Lilith, Diablo Part 4.
I did have that Diablo 4 burger at Burger King a few months ago.
Okay. Great, yes.
It was, which one did I get? I think I got the butcher. It was a beef patty and a chicken patty. Crispy chicken patty.
Very bloody.
And a spicy sauce, and it was too much.
I imagine so. Yeah.
I'll tell you what I'm into. These days now, though. They do have a new featured burger, the Big Bet Burger.
All right.
Which is basically a Whopper minus your
money.
Yeah. No, it's a Whopper minus, I think, the tomato, and they add another beef patty.
All right.
But that also kind of makes the price jump up a little bit.
Big bet?
Big bet. I don't know why it's called that.
All right.
Yeah.
There's no like. I've had a couple of those the other day, today and yesterday.
That's right. Happy 4th.
There's no imagery that would suggest betting, casino.
No, I don't know why it's called Big
something.
Bet.
It's not about. It's not about Kaba.
I did not know. I didn't gamble anything while I was eating it
All right.
or buying it.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Okie dokie.
Burger King's expensive. It's typically comes out to almost double what you'd pay at McDonald's for about the same amount of food. And I think they get away with it because there's only 3 in the city.
Of course. Yeah.
That's right, folks. We do have a third Burger King. It's in Sakai. Come on down. Oh, shit. I should go there before work. I'm going to do that.
Okay. Oh,
That's
we're
what I'm going to do. How
Whoppers.
you like that?
Yeah.
That's right. Some Whoppers in me.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Anyway, that's Diablo Talk.
Yeah. Well, you know what I haven't been playing?
What's that?
And it was technically my birthday present.
Oh.
Final Fantasy 16.
Oh, right.
I have been busy with other things, and I haven't really been in the mood to want to play it. And other games I want to play as well, but generally have not been like excited to play FF16 yet. Wife has been playing it plenty, but I think even she eventually took a break. She was like, "This is too much of a downer."
Oh.
That's all I have on that.
Cool.
Oh no, I mean I did play through the demo. I did that. I did my due diligence there. And one thing I liked so far about Final Fantasy 16's gameplay, and I mentioned doing your Diablo inventory and organizing that and whatnot. Final Fantasy 16 will give you a warning that your inventory is full, but then also in the same breath say potion used. So it just, if you have a stockpile of weak ass old potions, it just uses one to free up an inventory space, which I think is actually fairly clever.
It is.
Yeah. So good on them. Just saying.
I've also I heard from my buddy Tom, who's really enjoying the game. It also has a feature where when you're being forced to sit through a cutscene full of impenetrable proper nouns, you can just like select any of them to be reminded what they are.
Active time lore.
That's it, yes, which is something that like
the name is stupid, but yeah.
The name is stupid, but the function is incredible. It's like what could have really used that is fucking FF13. I don't know what a Lassie is or a Falsey. I may never know. And I've almost finished the game. I got to the last boss.
It had a version of that. It just wasn't at the time. It wasn't something you could pull up in the middle of a cutscene.
Right. It was like an in-game. Yeah, you had to go into the menu and then like look at the glossary of terms. Like, I don't want to play a game that needs a fucking glossary of terms.
Yeah, on paper it's a good idea, and Final Fantasy 13 needs it, but yeah, it's like...
Yeah.
It would be neat if they had thought up a way to do it at the moment.
I'd like to play a game that's in a language I already know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Now, the midway point between those two games is Like a Dragon Eeshin. God damn it. I make fun of people saying it wrong, and I can't even say it wrong right verbally. Jesus Christ.
What did you say?
Everybody calls it Eeshin.
Oh, right.
And I'm like straddling the line. My fucking tongue can't seem to commit one way or another. Eeshin,
yeah.
It has these little glossary things that pop up on some dialogue boxes, but it's always like one term, and it's always like, "What was Ado?" And it's like so rare that it happens, and so useless when it does. It's just like, okay, well, you guys could have put a little more into that.
Yeah, I totally forgot Eeshin did that. Yeah, that was also gifted to me by the same friend. Thank you, friend. That's more a game that I enjoy more so than Diablo, certainly. I have not finished Eeshin yet, though.
Yeah, and I was thinking, like, I'm not sure if I like it all that much.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
the only thing
I was excited, it's like, oh, good, finally one of these feudal time spin-offs are finally getting translated and even remade. I was like, okay, good, great. I think I just like the modern settings better.
I think I prefer the old setting because I like samurai stuff because I'm a big old weeb.
I do too.
Like FF11 and FF14, my main class has always been and will always be samurai.
Sure, I like samurai stuff too. I love Ganbare Goemon. He's a samurai, right? I'm kidding. But yeah, I don't, maybe it's just my headspace because of what I said earlier. I'm just been busy. I haven't even been wanting to play a whole bunch of stuff all that much anyway, so maybe I'm just not been into it. But, I've been pecking away at it usually when I'm on my exercise bike every other day. But yeah, I'm usually just like, yeah, it's neat, I guess.
Cool.
I just go to the next checkpoint basically and then stop. So we'll see.
The only hang up I have is I really wish it didn't have the blacksmith crafting element to it. Cause I was really enjoying the game until I got to the blacksmith and it's like, you've tipped, like, this is just too much.
Yeah.
This is like, I don't want to have to worry about finding materials and crafting weapons. I'm already worrying about like doing quests and mastering these different styles and finding teachers to learn more moves. Like, you're adding an extra layer of shit that I don't need or want, and it's putting me off.
Yeah, I've never been into crafting or upgrading weapons or fusions or anything like that, and I would just love one of these games to just offer some
Here's a sword.
Offer a difficulty option or something to just skip it.
Yeah.
Can I just click optimize like on the rest of the inventory and you just give me the best thing and for what I have right now?
That'd be great.
Can I just worry about how much money I have and you worry about the materials? Because what I'm going to do is just collect the materials willy-nilly and not really think about it anyway. Yeah. I'm not going to think about upgrading anything until I get my ass kicked in battle so badly that it takes me 100 tries anyway. Like,
it also frustrated me that because I started the game with like a DLC sword that was very powerful, right. I eventually reached a point where I started to need a better sword, but I hadn't been crafting anything. So I had no base weapons to upgrade. I had no crafting materials because I wasn't hunting them and I didn't know how. And suddenly I need like a mid to high level sword.
Yeah,
and
that's
the
the other
game
thing.
never really, I never needed to know how to make one because I just had one free from the DLC.
Yeah.
And then I got to this part of the game where it's like, no, you need to do this crafting system. I'm like, I don't want to do this crafting system.
Yeah, exactly. That's the other thing too, is that when they give you a good DLC item, weapon, whatever, and you're just like, okay, I can hang on to this for a while, and then you like sell off, let's say, the weak stuff that you hoover up over the course of the game until you figure out, oh, I needed all that to fuse into the next big thing in whatever game it is, right? And it's just like, shit, man.
Thanks, shit, man.
Hey, thanks.
Oh.
That's a callback.
Okay.
Which says I'm a star.
I'm still going to try my best to finish it. I like to make sure I finish the current Like a Dragon game until the next one. So, of course, I'm getting ready for the man who erased his name.
I'm still waiting for my Twitch channel point goal to be reached, so I will eventually play Like a Dragon, the RPG.
Oh boy,
7.
Okay.
Yeah, I boneheadedly I thought it would be cute because it's the 7th game in the series. I thought it would be cute to set the channel point goal at 777,777 points. Turns out that's a lot of points.
That's a lot. Yeah.
I think we are 60 to 70% of the way there after a few months.
Okay. I think
so. We'll get there eventually.
Yeah, well, I think by the time you get there, you're going to hate that game even more due to age.
Why? Why would I hate it?
Okay. It has some quirks to its game design that I think might upset you.
Like what?
Certain ways it forces you to go through dungeons and certain points in the story where you absolutely have to go through this special thing to level up properly to beat a boss, or else you just will not win it at all.
You're talking about grinding? You saying I won't like grinding?
It's sort of a forced grinding. Like
I don't mind. I don't mind any kind of grinding.
Okay. Whatever. We'll see. There might be other things that you might not like because of the way it's just like, it's this team's first RPG. You know what I mean?
That's
it feels
fine.
Like that.
Can you, instead of focusing on the things I'm not going to like, maybe let's focus on the things that I am going to like?
Okay. Yeah.
Like
I'm talking to Alex, is that correct?
Yes.
Things Alex might like.
Fraioli Audio.
Things Alex might like about a video game I have also liked. Ooh, that's a tall order. It's set in Japan? Is that gonna work? Hello?
Kickstarter!
Did you walk away? What happened?
No, I don't know what to say. I don't know what your bid is. I don't know what you're doing. I don't understand it.
Oh,
so I can't respond.
I was trying to play along with you. Okay. I guess
What was I doing?
we got
I
tied
wasn't
up.
playing. Yes. I was just saying I'm excited to play and try the game.
Okay, I'm not trying to be a sourpuss about it. I like the game fine.
I'm sure you do. I can't help but feel that a lot of my negative feelings about video games are in part due to the fact that you keep pigeonholing me into that. And so when I don't like something, you're just like, well, of course you don't like it. Like, no, I tried to, though.
Okay, I think we have some content for our next What's Your Problem here on the
I think
show.
we do. What's your problem?
Leo!
All right. See, play games. Play them today. Go have a game. I'm not playing anything else. I don't think. I did get I did try. I downloaded Doom 3.
Okay.
On the new living room gaming PC, and I believe ran into the exact same problem I ran into with Mass Effect (2007), and that is no controller support.
Okay, did you make sure you got the right version? Because I think the most recent port of it might have controller support. So.
I must have got the old version then.
I don't know.
But at this point, I don't care anymore.
Yeah, no, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not saying Doom 3 is worth your time, but yeah. Pretty much any other Doom game is pretty good.
I did uninstall that stupid EA launcher though. That was good advice because I'm sick of it just barking at me like a yapping dog. Like, hey, you want to log in? Hey, you want to download some stuff? I sure don't.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you the game I'm definitely making room for come hell or high water.
What's that?
We're weeks away from Natsumon.
Oh, that's right.
Another summer vacation adventure. I've got it ordered. It's going to be preloading on my Switch eventually. And I will be going back to streaming for the occasion.
Cool.
So July 28th is when it comes out. Probably 27th here in my time zone.
All right.
Forward to that. I was trying to think of a way to make it sort of a little bit of an event. Because last time when the Shin-Chan game first came out, I was streaming and I was calling it the Summer of Summers. And I was playing a couple of the Boku no Natsuyasumi games and then pretty much all of the retro Shin-Chan games as well. That wasn't exactly part of the summer thing, but kind of running low on both of those types of games to play here. And so I don't know really what to do as a lead-in, if anything. I suppose I could finish the English version of the Shin-Chan game. I didn't really do that. I started it up earlier this year when it came out. Or no, or 2022, whatever. Any ideas, Alex?
No.
Okay. I just needed to hear your voice on the track.
Hi.
What do you think about this Natsumon game?
I'm not a summer sim guy. I think they're cute, but I don't enjoy playing them.
But the theme song is a Pillows cover.
Cover?
Yeah. Because it's set in 1999, this game is.
Okay. Well,
funnily enough. And yeah, I showed this to you. It is the theme song is a cover of what was it, Funny Bunny?
Okay, it's a good song.
Yeah, but it is it's in the typical. Once again, it is in the tradition of Boku no Natsuyasumi, where the themes are basically just a nice soft female cover of an old song, which is fine. It's just
because I heard that Funny Bunny was going to be. I didn't know it was going to be a cover, and I re-listened to the Pillows version. I'm like, this doesn't match the vibe of the game at all. And hearing that it's a cover makes a lot more sense.
Right.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Go get 'em. Is that the slogan for Natsumon? Gotta catch 'em all.
Gotta sum 'em all.
There we go.
Gotta Summerall.
All right.
That's Summerall. That's my joke. I'm sticking to it.
After the show, I got to go refill my Summerall.
Hey, I just think it's funny that we got the summer vacation game set in 1999, and the first one came out in the year 2000.
That is, as you say, hilarious.
How far we've come.
We've come very far.
Yeah.
We've come a long way, baby.
Oh, boy. Have we
Pointing
ever.
at Boku. Yes.
Yeah. Alex, you said you're not big on the summer vacation games.
I'm not.
Well, I'm sure you'd be double not down with this one because it is now open world.
Oh dear. Yeah. I like the settings and I like a lot of the ideas and the characters and the themes, but it's the thing about the Boku games specifically is that it does that Majora's Mask thing where it's like, oh, you changed screens, time has advanced. And I hate that. Because that means there is one optimal way to do every day. And if I'm not doing that, then I'm not playing the game correctly.
There's some
In my
wiggle
brain.
room. There's some wiggle room. There's maybe only a relative handful of things in those games that you will miss on certain days, but most of it you can take care of, almost any time within a window, a window of time. So
I guess.
it's not the end of the world.
All right.
Not the end of the world. Let's listen to that song.
がない老人時々遊びにいらっしゃい
The old man's not-
Oh, wow, yeah.
走ってきた飛べなくても
That's a good cover.
あの夏の大冒険へ地面は続いてるんだ夏も20世紀の夏休み7月28日発売
An Unreal Engine.
Oh, cool.
I thought it was Unity. Anyway, that's just me.
Oh.
Yeah, I do think it's funny also because like the pillows in general, especially to I think you and me, just the perfect 1999 music
Yes.
because it is tied to Furikuri, and
Yes.
and is also the most 1999 thing ever made.
Yes.
So just very, very well thought there. I don't know if Kaze Ayabe chose the song or anything, but yeah, good choice. Good thinking. Good thinking on everybody's
Yeah.
part there.
It's a good fit. And that cover's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I man, late 90s J-pop sort of dovetails with my other favorite Japanese music subgenre, which is late 90s Capcom soundtracks.
Okay, like what?
Like Street Fighter 3.
Okay,
when did Third
yeah.
Strike come out? Yeah.
Yeah, that was 99.
Like Breath of Fire 3, all that stuff.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Is just so good. It's some of my favorite video game music.
Yeah.
Late 90s Capcom is a vibe, just like late 90s J-pop is a vibe.
All right. Yeah,
I love
that's a good one too.
Good stuff.
And hey, speaking of Capcom, probably the only game I've really put any decent chunk of time in most recently was Mega Man 8.
Oh, wow.
I've it's taken me years, but I'm trying to finish every Mega Man game. There were some that I did not
Every?
finish.
Rockboard.
No, okay, sorry. The classic platformers.
Oh.
I'm not going to finish
Wily
Rockboard.
Wars.
1 through 10.
Oh. What about 11?
Sure, okay. Yeah, you're right.
All right. Did I tell you I tried to play 11?
Uh-huh. I think
I
we
actually-
all did.
Yeah. I thought it was fine, except I didn't like the little gear abilities that you don't really need to use until you do, and then you forget that they're there because you never use them. That's what happened to me.
Don't you love that about games?
Yeah.
Mega
Is
Man
like
games
it-
do tend to do things like that too.
But like at first I was cool with it because it gives you these two abilities, but you don't need them. So I'm like, oh, you can play without them. That's what I prefer to do. And then I got to a point in the game where you absolutely have to use one of them, and I forgot what they did and what they do, and I forgot that I even had them. And I'm like, what am I doing wrong? Like, oh no, the game is forcing me to use this dumb new ability. Okay.
And then the crafting? Oh no.
Oh no. I like crafting in some games. I like crafting in DQ11, for example,
Yeah.
where it's cute.
Yes. At least make it cute for God's sake.
Yeah.
Jesus. Yeah, I like a lot of the Mega Man games, of course, but once they started like making stages that have multiple paths and or areas that you need to like reveal with your special weapon that you probably didn't get in the last level, and so you have to backtrack if you really want to
Excuse
get
me.
100% of things. Yes, what? What did I say wrong?
Didn't that shit exist to a degree in Mega Man 1?
No.
With the guts thing, you can pick up and throw cubes, and some of them lead to different areas.
Oh, that part. Yeah, sure. Okay. What I was also getting at, you're right. Just the fact that you would have to reveal areas to collect the bolts.
Oh, that's dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that searching thing.
Yeah. But also, like in Mega Man 1, at least it's obvious. You can see the guts
Yeah, I
blocks,
know.
and
I
it's just
know.
like, these later games, they obscure things and make you have to think, and I don't want to think. Who wants to think?
I just want to play Mega Man.
Exactly. That was all I was trying to say. But yeah, you were right otherwise.
Love that Mega Man.
Yeah.
You know, in Japan, he's called M. Bison.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Vega Man.
Vega Man. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So I'll be streaming the Natsumon, maybe something else. I've been seeing if maybe they would finish that translation of Boku no Natsuyasumi 2. It doesn't look like it'll be done in time, but either way, I think I will also stream that. Whether it is before, during, or after Natsumon. That will also be an event, so look forward to that at some point.
Cool.
They, of course, can take their time with that, all the time they need. Yeah, that's my summer update here in Summer World.
Well, we wish it well as we do all seasons. I think it's time to take a quick break, and we're going to come back in with some fan fun, some other talk. What could it be now? Saxophone, and go.
Fantastic. Okay.
All right.
Go. And by that I mean leave.
こうして取った雪って間近よ目の音的しよってかぬんぬんおまごまぬんぬんぬんおまごは既読のついた君も同じなリアクションまするなぬんぬんぬんおまごぬんぬんぬんでも待てよひょっとしたら太陽が顔出すで天気予報が言ってるそうこなくちゃちょっとした期待持って支度弾んでドア開けたら街渡る虹で Let's go 最先端を買いに行こう大量の色4瞬間組み込んで気がするの
Folks, we're back as No More Whoppers. I'm Ray, that's Alex.
Hi.
It's Whopperino.
That's the new Mini Whopper. Out now. Go get one.
Yeah, all right. Well, we don't have much for fan fun today. We have a voicemail, and it is a special one.
It is, yes. This is from, I think, a new listener. Why don't we play it right now?
Sure, go ahead.
For the recent order of Apple MacBook Pro on your Amazon account, if you do not authorize this payment, please press 1 to speak to our customer support representative.
All right.
All right. Thank you
Alex,
for calling.
you've been buying MacBooks?
I've not. I thought you were.
No, it wasn't me.
Okay. All right. Well, if you authorized this payment, give us a call. The number is 805-669-8255 or 805-NMW-TALK.
All right. That was our listener suspected spam. Thank you, Suspected, for the call.
Thank you. Yes. Appreciate it. It's always good to get some listeners calling in. Everyone else who was too shy or busy to call, don't worry. There's more months left in the year.
Man, I told you what you could call in about last time, and you didn't do it.
Oh, we had an action item? What was it?
No, not really. It was just thrown out, because it wasn't a real action item is what I'm saying. No.
Oh.
Just me being silly.
I love being silly. Hey, speaking of silly, I am finally watching a television show called Community. Have you heard of this, Kevin?
I have, and I have watched it long before you did.
Okay, cool. You win?
No, let's talk about it.
No, it's I somehow it slipped by me completely.
Well, you were in Japan for a long time.
That is true, and I wasn't watching. Yeah, American TV wasn't really available to me until later because I watched after I watched the first episode, I saw in the credits it was like copyright NBC 2009. 2009?
Right.
That's a million years ago.
I mean, my understanding of American TV in Japan has just been I guess they showed 24. They seem to care about 24 a lot, and that's the only frame of reference. That and, of course, Tonari no Seinfeld.
House. Oh.
But, right. Well, that too.
Yeah, Full House, many Japanese people's favorite quote-unquote drama.
Oh, God. Don't use that word around me.
Well, that's what it is. Like in Japan, any live action TV show, I guess, is a drama. Like my wife called Community a drama.
I know. It's just dumb. It's dumb to these ears. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You dropping rings again?
Yeah. From God's dumb mouth to your dumb ears.
No,
I can't
it's
help it.
your dumb
I play
hands.
with my ring a lot.
To my
I do have
dumb
dumb
ears.
hands. The doctor said I have dumb hands. And Walker said I have AIDS. So, Randall, let's talk about it. I really enjoy the show, except I'm not done with it. I think I'm almost done with season 6. I did force myself to watch the Gas Leak season, which is awful.
And again, you were talking about this in Discord. Other people said it, and I was just like, even I, as a fan of that show, could not bring myself to watch that 4th season.
Well, it's because I wanted to appreciate seasons 5 and 6 more.
Fair.
But the one thing that was kind of disappointing was like the way that the Gas Leak season had been talked about. I thought that the entire season was retconned as having not happened. Because during season 4, was it Britta and Troy dating? I thought was unnatural. I was like, why are they have nothing in common. Why are they dating?
TV.
And so at the beginning of season 5, I totally expected it to be like, oh yeah, that was stupid. We shouldn't have been dating. Why were we dating? Or we didn't date at all because of Gas Leak. And no, they kept it going. They kept all the important plot things going, which I didn't like. I thought that was the point of retconning your own season, was to not just sort of, hand wave the bad humor, but also all the dumb plot things that happened. Like,
well,
I thought that's where it was going.
Or you can soft con.
Okay.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
Awesome. I was also sad to see Troy go because he was easily my favorite character, and I agree with Dan Harmon when he said, yeah, I think the show kind of ended after Troy left. Because that's how I feel. It's not that seasons 5 and 6 are bad, but it's just missing. It's missing my favorite character, which makes it a little harder. Hi.
Yeah, I mean, he's right, but it's also like, it's just how it goes with shows that have really tight ensembles like that. Like, it's designed around those people, and it's just like absolutely removing a puzzle piece from the whole thing. And
yeah,
that's why a lot of shows just sort of die on the vine that way.
Yeah.
Not immune to that.
Did not mind seeing Chevy Chase go. That was fine.
Sure. Yes.
Good gravy. Yeah. Overall, lots of fun.
I don't care about Chevy Chase's acting. Like, I think for the most part, he can pull it off. He can do the work, and it's on camera and it's recorded and it looks fine. But yeah, obviously off camera, it has quite a reputation, and I understand it, but there is a part of me where I don't care enough about. They're mutually exclusive, right? Chevy Chase is a person and Chevy Chase is an actor. Like, it's mattered to me that much. So maybe to you it's different. Maybe to others it's different. But to me, I think he's fine on Community. I never had that big of a problem.
No, oh yeah, he as a worker, he is fine.
Yeah,
he's just kind of a prick as a human being.
Yeah, but to me also, it's like okay.
And but also he's. I remember enjoying him in movies as a kid, specifically Three Amigos. I was a big Three Amigos fan. But then, like, after growing up, I heard, I think it was a Laser Time episode. They did an episode about failed talk shows, and Chevy Chase's talk show apparently was just one of the worst. They played a clip of him talking to Dennis Hopper, and the two are just bewildered by each other and don't understand the conversation that they're even having. And he's such an awkward host, and just it looks like he doesn't know how to behave in his own skin.
Do you have any problems parking today?
No, I found a place right out in front, right first space, right in front.
Right in front?
Yeah. Right by the front door. What?
No, somebody parked in my place, and oh hell, we'll tell them. We were kidding.
What?
Oh, you don't know?
What?
I guess you weren't there. We shot it after you left.
No, what?
I tried to break your window.
Are you serious?
No.
No.
Yeah, the talk show was very fascinating.
Ugh.
And you wonder, really, what anyone was thinking at that point.
I think when he's being directed, he's fine. He just does the job that he's paid to do.
Yeah.
But outside of that, he's just a real weirdo.
That was also the tail end of the talk show scramble.
Yeah. Also found it funny that he was pretty butthurt that he was not asked back to be in the new Fletch movie starring John Hamm. So that's cool.
Whatever. Yeah, sure. All right.
Like, okay, right.
I doubt John Hamm was in the new Fletch movie, just based on the fact that it didn't get promoted at all.
Yeah.
John Hamm was not really in any of our consciousnesses.
No.
Did you know there was a new Fletch movie before you heard about Chevy Chase wanting to be in the new Fletch movie? Well,
I don't
maybe you
remember.
did. You like John
Yeah,
Hamm.
maybe I
Maybe
did.
you follow John Hamm.
Yes, I do. I do.
Yeah, all right. Most people, though, I don't think.
He's fine.
Remember when there was going to be a Zach Braff Fletch movie?
Ew, no, what?
Well, the fact they got a new one out recently is quite amazing because for years there was another one in development hell. It was like Kevin Smith was trying to get it off the ground and that wasn't working. People were, it seemed to be coalescing on Zach Braff being Fletch and that didn't work out either. So eventually just sort of like, well, here's John Hamm, and then they just fart out the movie and no one knows it exists.
Oh, boy. No, thank you.
Well, I wouldn't have minded Zach Braff. I think I don't have a problem with him either, really.
He's, I guess. Sure, fine.
Sure, fine.
Yeah.
Fine, sure.
A lot of nice sort of subtle celebrity cameos on Community, though, which is fun. I guess this one's not very subtle, but first or second season, Jack Black is a student just for no reason. Okay. I thought that was fun.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Yeah.
Sixth season, Billy Zane as the Honda guy, which was like I knew it was somebody I recognized, and it wasn't until the very last scene he was in that I squinted his face and I'm like, that's Billy Zane. I don't recognize him because he's got not just bald, he's got the male pattern baldness and a beard. And it's like, oh no, that's him.
It really is like it harkens back to like Pete and Pete, like the sort of celebrity actors they had on Pete and Pete, like people who, they're not walking in the frame and people are pointing them out. They're just a character on the show, and you can, that's kind of a biggish celebrity. That's what I call them.
It's cool. I'm gonna start doing that.
Yeah.
Another good celebrity was I think the same episode maybe or around then was Lisa Loeb as a musician.
Okay, yeah. Hey, like she was on Friends.
Exactly like that.
Smelly cat, remember that?
Go away.
Oh man, Windows 95.
It's coming.
Are you ready?
What a shitty slogan. It's coming. Are you ready?
Great marketing.
Thanks. I'm trying to blank on who else I saw pop up in the show, but it was always fun when you saw a celebrity cameo in the show because you knew, like it was like Dan Harmon himself was announcing to you, this character's not going to make it through this episode.
I see.
They're leaving or dying or both.
No, I think that constitutes one or the other. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know what I mean.
Dying is a form of leaving.
Is it?
Yes.
Tell me more about the grieving process.
All right. Here's a knife in your face.
Ow.
Oh no, I'm so sad. That's how it goes.
I dropped my eye drops.
Alex,
hi.
You're tempting me.
It's got drop in the name. It's okay.
Some No More Whoppers fan, like, they call it eye dropped. It doesn't say I'm Alex.
I don't know.
I do get it, actually.
Hey, I just inadvertently dropped a memory card on the floor. How about that? You want to make fun of me for that?
Yeah. Good job. Slippery hands.
Slippery Pete.
Slippery Pete. You can count on Slippery Pete.
Oh, yeah.
That's another celebrity cameo.
Here, this one's directed at me.
Butterfingers, 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 do what, do what, do what.
Ray, you big fuck up. Okay, continue.
That's mean.
He deserved it.
Why are you being mean to Ray?
He's a jerk.
I want to speak to your manager.
He's always talking, in his highfalutin tone. He always says things that sound really snippy.
It's the thing that bugs me the most about Ray is that anytime, anytime he leaves a room, he always says, "Buy your leave," which is so weird. Like, we get it. You're a nerd. Hello?
I never did that.
No? Oh, you could start.
No.
Oh. All right, fine. All right, the only other news I had this week is I've started applying to a bunch of Japanese voiceover sites, and it's wild.
It is wild.
It is wild.
Tell us all about it.
Well, I realize I need to start making more money because the bar sure ain't. June was not good. People aren't going out a lot anymore, especially not to my bar.
But the pandemic.
Yeah, that's. I did have a lot of business towards the end of the pandemic, and now that we're
tell one person to go to the bar, and they did.
He did. Yes, Ben came. Ben's very nice. Hi, Ben.
Yeah,
he's very cool.
I've done my part.
Does good YouTube stuff.
Yes.
You did your part. Yeah. When are you coming? I ask this every episode, and I will continue
right. Yeah.
until you're here.
Here's the fucking thing. My wife really wants to go to Japan. I sort of jokingly told her, "Hey, look, once Alex says it's all going to end, I might have to go by myself." If you can't.
Wow.
I've got to be there for my friend.
Well, thank you. But here's the thing.
I don't know if she'll say yes.
If I can make enough money doing work online, then the bar won't end. My dream right now with the bar is I want to keep it going on weekends only. I want to make enough money that I only have to open it Friday, Saturday, because that's when most of my business is anyway.
All right.
Like the past few weeks, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I'll make maybe $30. That's $10 a day. That doesn't pay rent.
No, that's not good.
And when the rent is like $1,500 a month, that's really not enough. There's a fucking fly in here that will not get out. It's small, and all it does is annoy me. Okay. So I need supplemental income. I need more voice work. And I'm still getting it from the local places. You know, I got one big job in June, which helped to make up for the fact that I did not get a lot of bar business. But, you know, it's not enough to really... Like,
that big job the thing I saw recently?
What? No, it's from Dad. Or no. I think it was a Toyota industrial narration. Yes, done at a company called Dad in Okazaki, which is, I love that name. And they're very nice. It was one of those jobs that it was an all-day job, which meant I got to hang out and have lunch with the employees, which was fun.
Good.
And I'd like to do more work there because I like that place. I like them. They have a good... My only complaint about their studio is the monitors in the booth, the headphones are like, for some reason, the max volume on them is so low, I can barely hear anything. I feel like I was in the booth. I feel like I was at the ophthalmologist doing that hearing test again. Like, I can't hear you. I would every once in a while just have to like open the door of the booth and poke my head out. Like, sorry, I can't hear you. What are you saying? God. It's so quiet. It's infuriating. Sorry, what? It's not even that. It's like it's that, but imagine turning it down to an almost imperceptible
Alex,
volume.
take 5.
Chocolatey cocoa. Fuck. That's usable. Why don't you use that one? All right, now do one for you. Just have fun with it. Chocolatey cocoa. Fuck. Why don't you be perfect? No, we got that one already. Look at these cocoa pebbles. God, I'd love to do a Cocoa Pebbles commercial. Or Fruity Pebbles.
Uxamo.
Okay. I'm not doing Uxamo. I didn't get that job. So yeah,
sorry, I just made myself laugh. I'm sorry. Oh, something just came across my head. And that was Uxamo Pebbles. Thank you and good night. Okay. Please continue.
Okay. Okay. Please remix that for next time. The thing about the bar is that it has never made money. It has always been in what I call a controlled descent.
It's a loss leader.
Yes. Well, yeah, but what it leads to is failure.
It's a loss. Well, there's only one loss, so it must be the leader. It is by default the leader.
Yeah. The bar's never made money. The bar's days were always numbered, but I had enough savings that. And, you know, this was bolstered by stimulus money. I had enough savings that the bar has always been in a controlled descent. And I'll keep it going. I'm losing a very small money per month. I'm almost breaking even every month. That's fine. I can keep this going. We can coast. But June I think was maybe the worst month the bar has ever had. And it basically said, if it stays like this, you can't coast for much longer. So I am trying to find other work online because I don't want to close the bar. I do want to keep it going. I just don't want to spend Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday there anymore if 0 to 1 people are going to come in, you know?
Yeah,
I'd rather stay home and work or stream or do something else.
Certainly there is precedent for this, isn't there? Like in Japan especially, we do have the super tiny bars that are just a guy's hobby.
Yeah. Niche bars are a thing in Japan. Yeah.
And weekend
like I told
only.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I was hanging out with a friend in Chikusa, which is in Nagoya, years ago, and we stumbled upon a Kiss bar that was just run by one guy who loves the band Kiss, and it was just a Kiss-themed bar with Kiss memorabilia everywhere. We don't even like Kiss. We just wanted to hang out there because it was so different.
Yeah.
And it was cool.
Yeah, of course.
And I have been...
Some of Kiss's great hits, of course.
Hey, Tony's Italian Restaurant!
Are you thinking of Scenes from an Italian Restaurant?
That wasn't Kiss?
Because that was by Kiss.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No, was that? No, wait, who was that? Was that Paul Simon?
I think it was Billy Joel.
Was it Billy Joel?
Yeah.
I confuse them because I've never much cared for either.
Well,
Speaking of Paul Simon, not gonna. Speaking of Paul Simon, he will come up on the next episode of Golden 16 Seconds. How? I'll never tell.
All right. I'm sorry. Here's some Kiss.
No. Raymond!
No? Okay.
No. That's the alternating currents. from Down Under.
That's definitely a cover band name.
Good. Okay. So,
but they do like shoegaze covers. Anyway, continue.
Thank you. The bar is, not doing great. So I've been trying to supplement my income with more voiceover stuff. And I get some stuff locally, which is good. It's not quite enough, but it's helping. I figure it's time to turn my sights to the internet. I've already tried. I did a year of voices.com to try to get voiceover work. I did that for about a year and then realized, I did not re-up for a year. Yeah, it's already been a year.
You kind of gave up on it after like a week.
No, it was 2 or 3 months.
Oh, okay.
What do you mean you thought I gave up on it? Just because I wasn't keeping you apprised of every development?
I'm just misremembering the story. I'm just misremembering your experience with voices.com. That is all.
The completely mental misremembrances of Ray Grimley.
You know what? If you want to call the podcast that's fine. It seems to be what goes on a lot.
Okay. The thing about Voices is like, it is one of the largest networks for that kind of work, but there are three huge downsides that add up to unfeasibility. Infeasibility? And they are, first and foremost, it's $500 a year, which is a bit much. I did get the first year at a discount because it was my first year, but I'm not re-upping for $500 a pop. Second of all, they take, on top of the hefty annual fee, they also take 20% off the top of every job you do, which that's substantial. Like that's a lot.
Yeah. And they fucking still charge you. And it's just like,
like you're already, like, what am I paying
some of
this?
That?
Yeah. And then third, this is not necessarily their fault, but because it is a North American based operation, by the time I wake up, all of the jobs for that day are kind of gone.
Mm-hmm.
And not in all cases, but in most cases, when a casting director hears an audition that they want to use, that's the one. Like, even if the audition says it's going for another week, they will shut it down early. They're like, nope, we found the person, we're done.
Yeah,
and that happens in too many cases. So many cases that it was not really worth it. Because by the time I woke up, all the good jobs were done. Jobs that remained had like 80 plus applicants, and I don't. What
this
chance
part
do I
remember.
have?
Yeah.
Now, like I said, fortunately, I did get enough work through the site to pay for that first year, which is good. So I broke even, and then made enough money for us to buy it to cover a refrigerator. I called it the refrigerator job to my wife. Got to work on the refrigerator job today. It was a job that was big enough to get us a nice fridge when we moved in.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Yeah. Even after the stupid 20% they take off, like it burns even more when it's 20% off of a job that pays incredibly well. It's like, I could have had more.
It is very stupid.
Could have put that towards the mortgage.
Yep.
And it sucks. But voices.com, not a good fit for me. So I started looking at other American options. Did not see a whole lot. There's a site called Mandy. There's a site called Backstage, which apparently use the same login and information because they're owned by the same thing, but you need to pay 2 different fees if you want to use both.
Jesus Christ.
It's really dumb. I think one of them is tailored more towards acting and one towards voice stuff. I don't know. They're not clear on their own shit. All I know is I don't think they're for me. So then I started thinking, wait a minute. I live in Japan. Why don't I just go right for the Japanese English voice recording demographic?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Who needs that?
Yeah, exactly.
I found a couple of sites that are for that specifically, and I found a couple of crowdsourcing sites. There's two popular ones in Japan called Crowdworks and Lancers.
I see.
And I applied to both. Not applied, I just made an account. Really, the way that you put yourself out there on those is you have to verify your profile, which includes like taking photos of your ID. For one of the sites, I actually had to go down to the ward office and get a copy of my registry to show that I'm living at this address and then send them that.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been approved by them. So I'm on there. I've not gotten any work for them yet. Obviously, it's only been 2 days. Also threw myself on a website for anime voice actors. Which,
sure.
In Japan, though.
Yeah.
Specifically saying, I will do native English or I will do foreigner-sounding Japanese if in like the 1 in a million chance that anybody needs that.
Oh, it's not 1 in a million. Come on.
I don't know.
You never know. Not just anime, but games.
Games as well. That's that would be nice. I did in my profile. I even put like I've been doing like professional studio corporate narration for years, but I am new to voice acting. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. Yeah. So then there's
Yoroshiku.
Thank you. There are 3 sites that I just cold emailed that work specifically with foreign language narration for the Japanese market.
Okay.
They're called Express High Voice and VoIP.
VoIP. I think that's a standard, Alex.
It is. I believe it's named after that.
Oh.
It's capital VoIP.
Are you sure you're just not talking into a Skype line and no one's answering back? Are you sure it's not just the test call from Skype?
I think it's a real organization.
All right.
Now these I heard back from one of them that basically said, "Sure, we'll put you on the roster. Send us some information." So that's where I am right now.
All right.
The thing about those sites, though, is I think that that's the least return because you're going through a company that takes a large cut in the same way that the agencies that I use in Japan take a large cut. I was looking into this last night. I was trying to find out if Japan has like the equivalent of an agent, like a personal agent.
Japan? I mean, yeah.
And no, it's mostly done through like, talent agencies. Like you work for a big talent company. You don't have a personal agent.
And then if you, I guess, break through enough, you get a manager.
Right, a manager, yes.
Yeah.
But still, you're part of your talent agency. It's
yes.
It's company loyalty that Japan loves.
Oh yeah.
And so because of that, it's really hard or impossible, I think, to just use a private agent or manager. Because I'm trying to figure out how do I cut out as many middlemen as possible? Because right now, when I get jobs through the 2 agencies, it is at a drastically reduced rate because they're obviously taking most of the money and they're giving me some scraps.
Yeah.
With the Japanese crowdsourcing sites, it all goes to me.
Uh-huh.
There's no fee.
Yeah.
The downside is I am recording those at home in what's called Soho. I don't know if that's a Japanese term or if that's used outside of Japan to mean studio office or home office.
I know it's a part of New York, right?
It is. So Soho work.
Wait a minute.
What?
Does that constitute waseigo, I wonder?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Like
would
neat?
that fall under it? Yeah. Yeah.
God,
yeah.
I hate seeing weebs use neat in English. Like like they're fucking proud of it. I've got neat in my bio.
Well,
okay,
hey,
cool. What?
Of course people are going to be proud of using Japanese words.
But it's not all right, fine. But it's
That was
waseigo.
the joke.
Never be proud of. Okay.
But
I
call
like
me an urban samurai.
I like it. I think I will. I hate neat, but I like the word Soho because it is actually it's descriptive and it's useful. Neat is like I don't know. There's something about neat that rubs it the wrong way. Probably because it's already an existing word. It sounds like an existing word with a meaning that is its opposite.
Hey, something rubs Alex the wrong way.
Okay, you know what?
Oh boy,
Gross.
I do get angry a lot. I do. So I'm looking at the
ass.
Whoa! I broke him.
I'm looking at these. I think the crowdsourcing sites are probably my best bet for any kind of sustainable income online.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Because the local stuff it's when I get it, it's good. They're throwing me scraps, but they're still good. I increased my scrap rate with them, so I'm getting more, but they're still getting most of it.
Yeah.
And then the sites that do this specifically, same deal. They are basically taking a huge commission from the client, and I'm giving them the work done at home in exchange for scraps. I feel like the Japanese crowdfunding angle is the best way to actually keep all the money, which also means I can set my rates higher. But I don't want to do that yet. I don't want to do that yet because I'm not a known asset yet on any of these sites. My profile is still Dork rank or whatever the fuck. There's all these crowdsourcing sites have different profile ranks. Oh yeah, this is great. I had to submit all these documents to prove I am who I am, and that goes a long way into confirming your account. Mm-hmm. You also got to fill out your profile.
Stanley Tucci.
Thank you. Got to fill out your profile, fill out your portfolio, upload samples of yourself. One of the sites. Hey. What? I like that. One of fucking fly. Get out of my face! One of the sites.
It's a book.
It's a fly. One of the sites was you start at 0 when you make an account, and you got to get it up to 100% to confirm your identity. And giving the copy of your registry from City Hall, that's 20% right off the bat. That's a big one. Fill out more things, and I got it up to 95%. And I'm like, what's the 5% that I'm missing? How do I completely confirm my account? What else can there be?
Yeah.
And I see the option. Do I still have it open? Hang on, I'm going to open it up because I want to read it to you verbatim. So yeah, it's what is it? CrowdWorks. Profile completeness, 95%. And then on the bottom, it says common information. Here's information that you should give in your profile to increase your rate. Oh, the only one you're missing is external service cooperation plus 5%. That's the one I need. It says it's unregistered. Let's go register it. I click on it. External service linkage. By linking your Twitter account, you can automatically be notified when you propose a job or when you are hired. We are currently suspending the Twitter linkage function. That's all it says on the page. Uh-huh. Yeah, so I guess I'm stuck at 95% for a little while. I don't know what else I can do. That's where we are.
You and everyone else. Okay.
Yeah. That's the update. I'm trying to get more voice work online. Here's the thing though, is the Japanese crowdsourcing sites, specifically the big two, there don't seem to be a lot of native English narration workers on these sites, which leads me to believe either this is a gold mine or it's a complete waste of time.
Right.
And I'm not going to know for a while.
Is it just something where everybody got scammed and you were the only one who doesn't know?
Yeah. Well, no, my thing is oh no, that's not done in Japan. When you need English voiceover, you have to go through a specific company for it.
Oh, yeah. Well, that too. It's just it's
But also,
or maybe someone else did it and they got stonewalled or something. Yeah.
Yeah, but there has to be a demand for this, right? Because
hey, yeah, what? Go ahead, be optimistic. I mean, you could break through.
I have to be optimistic, or I would be dead.
Yes, I know, Alex. I meant in this specific sense.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Okay. just commenting on our fractured world at the moment.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I think I just have to put in for some jobs and apply, because the ones that I do search every day for English narration, and all the ones that come back are, thank God these sites allow you to mute specific posters, because there's one company that just has a whole bunch of different accounts and they post the same job 10 times every day. And it's just, we need English narration for YouTube. And like, I really don't want to do your YouTube stuff. And they pay very, very low, but they say like, it's, but we'll give you like 100 of them to do. Like, okay, well, then I'll get paid. What's 0 times 100? Let me do the math here.
Yeah.
Oh
God. Give me a break. Why would you?
I don't know. But yeah, like I said,
spray and pray.
The sites do allow you to mute specific users, so that helps. I've been browsing other people who put themselves on these sites to do these kinds of jobs, and like I have not, on the crowdsourcing sites, I've not seen a single non-Japanese person outside of me.
That's so crazy.
I do see there are a lot of Japanese housewives who speak very good English who put their services on these sites for English narration.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's another point in my favor because not only do I have the native aspect, but I'm a dude, and I feel like there's a glut of lady narrators in this specific market. But then, of course, when I go on the sites that are specifically designed for foreign voiceover, it's all native speakers because that's their whole deal.
Yeah, sure.
And I look at their rates. And I have to remind myself when I'm looking at their rates that these are not their rates. These are the site's rates. They're getting paid much less than this.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And I just got an email back from one of the sites asking me what my rate is. And I like, my rate is more than what theirs is for that job. So I don't know how to tell them, like, it's this much. I can be flexible for the first few months, but like, I don't know. Let's see.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
All right. I mean,
it's basically what I've been doing over the past 3 or 4 days because I really, really need a supplemental source of income. I cannot overemphasize how much it helps that people do give to our Patreon or do subscribe to me on Twitch or any of that stuff because more so than the bar, that is my actual income. The bar loses money, and I need a way to counteract that.
Right. At the same time, we only pay ourselves on Patreon every 3-4 months.
That's fine, but
based on our own limiting,
right? Yes, but I'm fine with that system because getting that little influx every 3 or 4 months is enough to keep me going.
All right. I don't know about me, but okay, I'm good. I'm happy for you.
Because that combined with Twitch, which again is not a lot, but it is enough that, and especially, hey, thank God for the weekend right now because it helps. It helps.
Sure, yeah. Have you tried OnlyFans?
Considered it.
All right.
I had actually. I have been so gay this week, and I don't know what it is.
2 words. Stanley Tucci.
I've never had a gay wave last for like a week.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? No, it's great. It's fantastic.
Does your wife know?
Yes, of course she does. She does.
No, okay, fine. You tell her I'm in a gay wave right now?
No, well, no, not that.
That's what I meant.
No, she knows that, I
it's like a hot flash.
Yeah, it comes and goes like the wind. Yeah. It's all good.
Feeling a gay wave, honey.
Oh, fun. All right, that's all the news from Nagoya.
Ray, I'm literally rattled and panicked.
I also updated my voiceover page on patui.org. I've got links to an actual Japanese portfolio and a voice demo. That's the thing I need to be shopping around because it's got that's all the information. I had to condense all my information into a 1-page PDF to send out to folks.
Oh yeah, your pitch deck.
Yes, that's right. Boy, it's real tricky. It's real tricky putting all your info on 1 page.
Yeah.
Especially when you insist on having a giant photo of yourself in the middle. I'm good at design.
Not to mention, it's tricky to rock a rhyme.
What's up?
That's right on time.
Is it?
In my experience, yes.
Okay. Good to know.
I don't know. Do you have a different experience?
No.
All right.
I gotta pee.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a break. You keep going. Okay, we're we're trying something new.
Pee break.
Yeah, so you keep going. I'm taking my headphones off. Good luck with all that.
All right. Well, we wish Alex well on his pee break. Of course, it's important to regularly urinate. Keep those pipes clean. You know what I mean? a lot of people don't know this, but urinating was invented in ancient Greece. They found out that the pipes, so to speak, could be used to move liquid through them. And so they also used that to aid in their irrigation efforts. Irrigation, a big boon to many ancient civilizations, the Greeks, one of them, but they were really one of the earliest known ones to actually urinate in general and bring upon sort of advancement in irrigation, so to speak. So, it's fairly recent in human history, urination. And, we've been studying it for years and years and years and years and years since, and come upon a lot of crazy records of people urinating, saying they can't urinate, and that brings on a whole other set of studies and history about it. Like, what keeps people from urinating? Do they forget how? Is it just not passed down through generations? Some of those questions still don't have answers. And so it has been just a really interesting field of study, I think, for many people in history. And so.
Is that true?
And of course, hi, you're back.
Hi, what's going on?
Yes, it was all true.
All right. Hey. Yeah, they were gay. Alex, welcome back to No More Whoppers.
Thank you,
I'm
Ray.
me. You're Ray. Okay.
How'd it go?
Right. It went great. I will send you the full report once I type it out.
All right. All right. Fine.
Good.
I get enough of a report from my son. Thank you very much. It's called his diaper.
Okay.
Yeah.
You get the diaper report?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, brother.
All right. Well, I've had a great time.
I don't know about me, but I've had a time.
Okay. That's me. Ray, do you have anything else that we can cover?
I have one more video game to talk about.
I want to hear it.
And actually, it's my video game again.
Oh.
Just today, in fact, Mash Gadget was released again on Playdate. Now, of course, if you recall, I made a Playdate game. It's basically a ripoff of a shooting watch toy, which is an old thing Hudson Soft had made. And
yes.
Let you count how many button presses you can do in a certain amount of time. And that was only originally distributed, my version of it was only on itch.io, because at the time you could only that was the only way to sell other Playdate games that weren't the ones that came with it in their little season promotion thingamadoo. But then they actually added a store. The people who make the Playdate made a whole store, a marketplace, an eShop, you might say. You can see on the web. You can see it on your device. And so now Mash Gadget got accepted and is on that store. You can buy it right from your Playdate if you want. It's very cool, very nice. I'm glad it happened and I didn't have to. I only had to try twice. I only had to apply twice. How about that?
It's like permanent residency.
Yeah. Exactly.
Fun.
And it really is a sort of permanent residency, isn't it?
Yes.
And so, yeah.
Permanent reticency.
That's me.
Oh.
Because I'm shy.
Now, is it actually short for Mobile Army Surgical Hospital Gadget?
Damn, it should have been.
Right?
Yeah.
Select your character, Hawkeye.
I've tried my best to make it bilingual Japanese because really the Japanese are the only people who are gonna get it.
Yeah.
But for a certain kind of nerd, I think people will understand, and I think a certain kind of nerd is also the kind of nerd who's owning a Playdate right now.
Yes.
So perhaps it'll work out. But I made a decent chunk of money originally over the past year or so that thing's been out. So pretty good. A lot better than my other game.
Oh, wow. Really?
Which is not so much right now, but that first year, those first few months when everything was brand spanking new. Yeah. I made a More than I ever did on the other game, which is not a whole lot in either reckoning. It's not like I'm a millionaire. It's not like I'm 100,000-aire even.
Not yet.
But it was, on paper, a better performer than my previous game. So I don't know. I do have an idea for a game that I could do on Playdate, but it's one that's been kicked around in my head and I've been trying to do after this next one anyway. But the thing is that I had to basically learn the basics of making a Playdate game, and that's the result of it. A very basic game that is basically just a stopwatch. And so if I did anything more elaborate, I think I'd have to hire some help in that regard. But for the time being, yeah, Mash Gadget is on Playdate Catalog. That's what it's called, their store. Go ahead and get that. Thanks.
You're welcome.
That's it. That's all I wanted to say. I meant to say that before in our big game segment, but yeah.
Congratulate Doug's big game.
Doug, faster. You like that?
My buddy Tom does an impression of Roger Klotz that's just, I'll suck your dick funny.
Oh, no.
Which kills me every time. Tom, I hope you're listening to this. I love it. I love you. We've done it. We've come to the end of the road. Welcome. No, opposite of welcome. Goodbye from another episode of No More Whoppers.
Welcome from
I don't
No
know.
More Whoppers now. Bye.
I got up to pee and I realized I haven't eaten in like 5 hours and I'm starving.
All right.
So I think I have a cold pasta in the fridge that I have been dying to check out.
All right.
It's a summer pasta. They do them cold here in Japan. I love it.
All right, let's get out of this dump.
It's got like chicken
folks,
and lettuce.
That's the show. Thanks so much for listening. NoMoreWhoppers.com is our website. Patreon.com/NoMoreWhoppers is our main way that we would like you to support us. You can give us $1 a month just to be cool, a gold subscriber, or you can give us $5 a month to be a golder subscriber and get access to our bonus shows. That's right. Did I say plural?
What?
Well, I'm going to reveal all in the next episode, the final episode of Golden 16 Seconds.
Right.
And then after that, I'll let you know what our new bonus show is going to be.
That's right. If you are listening to this, if you're a Golder subscriber and you're hearing this the day it comes out, Sunday, you can expect the next and final episode of Golden 16 Seconds to be out this coming Friday. If you are not a Golder subscriber, you can get ready to hear the final episode of Golden 16 Seconds never, or until you pony up a couple of bucks.
Yes, and of course you also can get this show a week early without any ads.
That's right.
Part of that benefit. And we also have a Discord. It's not Patreon tied. It's open for everybody. You can find a link to that on nomorewhoppers.com, or just link your Discord account from Patreon if you want, just for convenience's sake, and you'll be warped right in.
You get a cool color. Your name will change color. You don't need to do that. I know there are several folks on the Discord who do give us the highest amount on Patreon who opt not to have their name change color. It's up to you.
Give us a call. 805-NMW-TALK is our hotline. You can talk about things we've talked about on this show before if you want to. What do you think about Like a Dragon Eeshin?
What kind of snack food copy do you have lying around?
That's right. We didn't do that this time.
That's right.
That's okay. Haven't been eating much new snack food.
I'll do one right now. This is not snack food copy, but the box of tissues on my desk.
Is it drink
here.
Food copy? Oh.
No, it's blow food copy. It's a box of tissues. There's a box of tissues on my desk. The brand is Hoxie, and their slogan is just "Be Style Basic." Don't worry, Hoxie. I am.
Yep, don't worry.
Done. You can do better than that. Get on the horn with your snack food copy or drink food copy. Read it over to us on the phone. We will talk about it. We will pretend that we have eaten the thing that you are eating.
We also got some merch, No More Whoppers merch at shop.spreadshirt.com/No More Whoppers. I think we just got paid for the first time in 2 years.
We did. I saw that come into the email the other day. I thought it was an error.
No, it's all real. Someone did.
Someone bought a shirt.
Purchase our merchandise, and we thank them.
Hell yeah. Folks, you too can own a No More Whoppers t-shirt. Just go to shop.spreadshirt.com. Wait, is that it? No More Whoppers.spreadshirt.com?
I just gave it.
I can't.
Top of the thing.
I can't hear. I'm having trouble.
No, you're just not paying attention. You can
Ray,
hear.
are you there? Ray, I can't hear you. Ray?
That was poison.
I'm
Wrong
in the
drop,
recording
Ray.
booth. Alice, can we hear that again?
Chocolatey cocoa. Fuck. Have some chocolatey cocoa. Fuck. Okay.
Shop.spreadshirt.com/NoMoreWhoppers was
That's
the thing.
it.
Social media is the thing. I'm on there, but first, I want to let you know, Alex is also on the internet.
I am. You can go to patooey.org. That's pitohui.org to find links to all my stuff, including a voiceover resume. OnlyFans. I don't know. It depends how hard up I am for money. You can check out my voice work, resume, portfolio, and voice demos. You can hire me to work in English or Japanese if you need a foreigner.
Très bien.
There's a Ponce Très bien. There's a link. Yeah, I love that guy. I love that commercial. There's a link to my Twitch. I'm doing another charity stream in October, tentatively titled the 2023 October Spooky Garlic Alfredo. I'm going to play through Resident Evils 1 through 8 to raise money for Tell Japan, which is a mental health support network for foreigners in Japan. We're raising the ante this time. It's going to be for 300,000 instead of 200,000. New goal. If we can do this, I will have raised 500,000 yen for Tell. That's exciting. I'm also on Twitter at Patooey, Pitohui. You can also follow the bar at Critical Hit Nag. Overheard quotes from the bar at OOCCHQ. And I guess I'm on Blue Sky now as well, also at Patooey. That's Patooey. I don't remember. Just search Blue Sky for Patooey. It's new. I don't know. Look, Marge, if people don't support this thing, it might not make it, is what I'm saying. So get me there. I'm also on co-host, is where I'm going to do more of my blogging. I like the fact that I now have a better, more stable outlet for long-form content. I'm going to write more in the blog. Come on down. Find out how much I like the cold pasta I'm about to eat. You'll hear about it all at that site. Thanks for everything. Oh, come to the bar that I own. It's great. I got Iron Sword, Wizards and Warriors 2. I got Friday the 13th on NES. I got one of the James Bond games on the PS2 and some others. Come on down, have a drink, talk about games with me. I got Uximo, Legend of the Ux. That's it from me. Raymond, back to you.
All right. All you need to know about me is to go to rdbaaa.space. That's my main page of links. But hey, I also mentioned Mash Gadget, and my game company is Bipedal Dog. Bipedal.dog. I've just right now, this moment, I reminded myself I should probably update the website to link to Playdate catalog on the Mash Gadget page.
Oh.
So I'll be doing that after I get off the horn here. But yeah, that's all you need to know for right now. Thanks very much. I will be, of course, on Twitch soon to play Natsumon and some other Natsu stuff. I don't know. We'll see. It will have already happened, I'm sure. All right. I was also on Retronauts recently, talking about the Kirby spin-off games. That was really fun. Me and Bob and Henry and the guest person who funded that episode.
Oh, cool. That reminds me, I will be on an upcoming episode of Retronauts to talk about Redacted. I don't know when that is, though, so I'll talk about it later.
When are they going to have both of us on?
I don't know.
Done that in years.
There's no one game we can agree on. That's why. Maybe Castlevania. Well, okay. How do you feel about Castlevania 2: Simon's Quest?
I was playing it a little bit. I haven't played it all the way through yet. I'm open to it. Yeah, sure.
That's exactly how I feel about it.
Oh, okay.
Let's do it.
Playing Mega Man 8. What do you think about that?
Not much. Lol.
Okay. All right. Fine.
All right. That's enough.
That's also not a spin-off.
No, it's not.
Okay. Well, Alex, thanks for being a good sport.
Anytime.
Even when we discussed what's your problem.
Thanks.
Which was also my problem, okay?
We both have problems.
I'm trying to be open and inclusive about the segment called What's Your Problem, all right? It's not
all right.
just... Okay.
All right.
Everybody else, keep your nose clean and we'll see you next time. Gold subscribers, stick around till after the show. We're giving out invites to our new social media app, WAPS.
Watch me trick Fred. Hey, Fred, can I have your cereal? Cartoon Man, that's right. It's my, look at these Cocoa Pebbles. Can I have them? No, they're mine, but I'm a cartoon. Okay. Chocolatey cocoa, fuck. I'm bonking, bouncing, I'm high as shit. Barney, you're no cartoon. You want a bit? For post Cocoa Pebbles, part of this balanced breakfast. Yabba dabba delicious.